Engage. On screen. On screen.
What the hell is going on?
Engage. I want all the power you can give me.
I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
Not good enough, damn it! Not good enough!
Any idea of what it is or where it came from? I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
This is no longer amusing.
They seem normal enough. I shouldn't be so confident.
Make it so.
I would rather outthink them than outfight them.
Engage. On screen. Let's investigate.
Enlarge and identify. I shouldn't be so confident.
Engage!
I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
I want all the power you can give me. Strange.
Slow to impulse speed.
Stay calm, everyone.
What the hell is going on? I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
Stay calm, everyone. Let's investigate. This is no longer amusing. Macro head. Stay calm, everyone.
Slow to impulse speed.
I would rather outthink them than outfight them. Engage!
Slow to impulse speed.
Strange.
Slow to impulse speed.
Not good enough, damn it! Not good enough! They seem normal enough.
I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
I'm Captain Picard. Engage! Move to intercept. I want all the power you can give me. Make it so.
In my opinion, sir, they're gibberish.
I want all the power you can give me.
I shouldn't be so confident.
Engage!
I'm not sure I have a specific recommendation.
I want all the power you can give me.
Hey, my name's Rachel Antrell. I play Commander Non on Star Trek Discovery. Welcome to Timeline Talks.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you live in Technicolor from the beautiful Hollywood Hills, California. The show where the total retail price of their advice is $0. This is Timeline Talks. Featuring guest stars, dwarf action figure collector, Kapla, It Stars and Garter. Also featuring, keeping the data core out of debt, it's Dan. More like Command Dip Suck, look out, it's a Policon 2000. And now, bringing the band's drinking beer that's 2 packs. Here's your host, Captain Idol.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Timelines Talks, the premium exclusive #1 show for all things Star Trek Timelines. I am Captain Idol. I am also joined by Stars and Garters. Dam is not here this week. That was me not doing the intro video properly, and Auto's here somewhere. He has just disappeared.
Yeah, literally 3 seconds before we went live, I saw him mouth "oh shit" and then leave. So
cool. This should be fun.
There you go.
Okay, it's okay. Whenever Otto's on the show, not on the show, everyone should be asking, where's Otto?
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering, like, are you going to collect shy for another rant? Like what?
No, I forgot the beer. You can't start the show without beer.
Okay, that is a valid reason to be like, oh shit, that's a valid reason.
We're going to be having a little bit of a relaxed show tonight. We've got a few things to talk about crew, obviously, and we would talk about the new crew if we knew what was going on, but apparently we don't just yet. We'll be doing some What the Dub this week, which will be near the end of the show, and we'll be inviting our subs to come and join and play with us, and anyone else if we don't have enough subs. And also, next week, everyone will be invited eventually, it's fine. And also, next week, we'll be having Picard Loves Reds on the show to talk about some site advice and some other things as well, and to do some, I think we'll do some...
Probably Picards. We'll probably be talking about Picards.
Definitely, I think we should be. But first, as always, we should be talking about the winners of this recent event, and congratulations to IPA Glisse? Pronunciation, please, from my expert team.
Siete.
Yes.
Glees, if you're watching, you've got to send in an audio clip.
Please do.
And we'll play it on the
we
show.
need to do one, honestly.
I need like a little thing of everyone's names.
Glies.
So congratulations for your 5 of 5 EV Suit Picard. Not bad crew to get 5 of 5, considering the recent slate of offerings we've had lately. Notable names on the leaderboard. Carpe Diem at 18. Sankatse Siete. Hey, there you go. Number 20. I swear we say her name every week. We've got to count the shows.
You got to get the stream deck back fired up, because you say that name so often. You got to hit the button. And
I'll have a chorus of everyone saying Siete.
You save quite a bit of vocal strain just by having
true.
it.
Got to look after
yourself.
You. Got to look after my voice. It's
true.
very important. James T. Kirk at number 29, because I just like saying that. Black Knight at 32. Tybeck, one of our subscribers, at number 38. And Nobman DK, a faithful listener watcher, at number 45. Also, thank you to Jobbifresh for subscribing just as the pre-roll went off and setting off the red alert. So thank you very much for joining the channel. A little just a reminder for everyone about who subscribes to the channel and thinks, oh, where do all your advert money and all this money go? We're all saving it. It's all going to go towards the next charity stream. When I get a payout, I'll stick a little thing up saying, this is what we got so far. We'll go to the next charity stream. We'll put it towards. So none of this is any kind of income for us. This is all going to go passing it forward. So paying for charity.
God, honestly, it's the best thing. Otherwise, you could just spend the money on like Harry Mud packs, and then everyone would be disappointed in you.
Yeah, I did that. I spent some dilithium on the Harry Mud pack to get a couple of stars. He's a survivalist. I had to. You know what I'm like.
You didn't have to. You actually didn't have to.
I was compelled by the will of the collections. How are you guys? How are things with your games?
I'm doing pretty good. I'm here with 2 friends. And then you guys.
And where are they
I don't know. Well, they'll be along shortly. I've had a pretty decent week. Not much interesting stuff to talk about. And the game certainly hasn't helped matters by depriving us of that event news. But
yeah, thanks for our content.
Whatever. It just means more time to fuck around. more time to fuck around, which is what we do best.
That's true. How about you, Otto?
It is getting colder out there. It was 11 degrees when I went to work this morning, which is like low 50s for the... What do you guys call... Not the colonists. Not the Yanks. What's the most derogatory term you have for Americans over there?
Just Yanks, I think, would be...
Oh, that's bad enough?
Well, it's not really... I don't think we have a derogatory... I think American is bad enough.
Imperialists? Imperialists, I think, would be the other one.
You generally say someone is American, we kind of go,
Uncultured swine!
Yeah, never mind. Okay,
yeah.
So it's
my boyfriend's American. I could say that.
It's getting colder. The most exciting thing. Actually, that's not true. I went out with my buddy for a late birthday present. And he brought me those big old heavy metal toolboxes that flip open to the side, and they have different levels, and thing is like filled with bricks. He filled it with beer, wood chips to smoke things on the grill, and smoked sausage. And then we went to a nice, I won't say fancy, a nice Greek restaurant. It was a step down from dress code. And so we walk in, and there's like linen tablecloths everywhere, and people are like in suits and stuff. And I'm in shorts and flip-flops, and I'm carrying this giant metal toolbox alongside me.
And they're like, the toilet's in the back, mate.
Yeah, I should have been there to fix their sinks, but whatever. I had a good time, and I had a good week. So
Very nice. We said this was going to be a chilled out week this week. We're going to take it easy.
we've never had so few notes on the
Seriously.
on our little shared. I'm a little scared because I'm not sure if we're going to be able to
This
fill
is
time.
not ironically, this is actually the least news week we've ever had. Partly because of the event thing, but also because we're in this weird waiting period where there's no new campaign to talk about. We have no idea what the next mega is about, other than it might be about a stat boosting collection, but God knows if they're even going to stick close to that. Am I wrong? Like the most exciting thing we had to talk about is a new 4-star Nog.
Oh, yay.
There's your segue.
There is our segue, which counter to the show notes because we were going to do Beholder Meet and Lex, but let's talk about this
that's
week's.
true.
Yes.
Didn't have a good behold-o-meter segue.
Yeah.
What rhymes with o-meter?
I don't know. How many Irish friends do you know? Dan, where are you? No, let's have a wee look at Nog since he did a nice little segue, and let's ignore that and ignore that. So yes, today is the 2-year anniversary of the passing of Aaron Eisenberg.
Yesterday, actually, when the
was,
pack
yeah.
came out.
So this is a very nice sort of gesture by WRG by putting in a Nog card for everyone to pull, and a super rare, which shouldn't be too much investment, with a couple of collections on his Nog. And this is quite a iconic episode as well. This is the siege of AR something numbers
558.
Yeah, 508. Yeah, which is a really good DS9 episode. Yeah.
If it ain't low decks, or Taz, you don't give a shit, do you?
Yeah, if it's not animated, I don't care.
During the siege of AR-558, Nog performed well as a scout, using his superb Ferengi hearing to spot a large column of advancing Jem'Hadar.
Yeah. And this,
Good flavor.
That's not
Okay.
bad. That's pretty good.
Answer me this. Would this be a card that would be in the pointing collection? Because it's not quite pointing, but his hand is out. He's indicating to someone to stop pointing.
if you let him in, you got to let everyone else in. That's like close. I think it's
true.
got to be a point.
That's very true.
Okay, question. With pointing collection, do you allow, like, Gauntlet 7 of 9 in with she's pointing the gun? She's not pointing her fingers, but she is pointing the gun at someone. That is still a pointing thing.
Pointing with or without accessory? I think you have to be without accessory.
There's too many people holding weapons for that to be. I mean, he's pointing up with his gun, so that would.
Thank you, Walt Koenig. He's doing a high five with Mitchell.
That's true.
two
Oh, actually,
Like the Enterprise reaction chamber glass, and they're like, remember?
Yeah, but except if you do a high five with that Mitchell, you've got to roll a dice of whether he actually hits it or not, or whether he just fluffs and loses to Will Riker. I have to laugh.
they can't high five anymore. They actually switched Mitchell's art. So if you go in the game in the cryostasis vault, you'll notice that.
Oh, so they're just doing the YMCA together.
The other arm, yeah.
So I had to laugh.
They miss when they go to.
So as everyone knows, which I actually forgot to do, which we'll do in a moment.
No, you know what happens? Like, Nog rolls higher, and then, like, he goes, hey, up high, and it's like, too slow. And Mitchell's like, oh, I will kill all of you!
I had to laugh at one of the name suggestions. For everyone that doesn't know, we do on the Discord, we do naming suggestions. Whoever wins it, we're going to spin the wheel in a moment to win a sub for this category. One of the suggestions was Apollo, stop in the name of Nog before you break my collection. Not quite a category, but it made me laugh. Not quite as catchy, but it made me laugh.
Where's the accordion? Come on now.
Yeah, it's over there. I do need to break it. I think it's a special occasion. That's a charity show kind of thing, that is. Which, yeah. But there's not much more to say about Nog, really, is there? He's
This is another.
Yeah.
This is one in a string of, and this is going to be my only complaint about the card, I swear. He's one in a string of, he's got collections, what more do you need? So, like, Nog has had one event in the last 3 years, so it's not like this is a Kirk or something. Voyage numbers aren't great. He doesn't have much to him. I do really like the arena ability, because it's a big accuracy boost with a cloak trigger, which is thematic. It's not the most usable out there, but if it either is usable or fits the scene, that's good enough for me. So the art's kind of cool. It's just not very useful outside of the collections. But them doing it on the anniversary was good thinking by WRG.
Yeah, that was a nice gesture. Let's spin the wheel, because we need to do that for our faithful people who submitted a show title. So let's spin this now. Who would see wins a sub for this episode is now spinning.
Better not be one of Stars or I, because that's nepotism.
I didn't add you. Revolutionary Damar! Congratulations. We shall sort you out with a sub.
I'm always happy to see Revolutionary Damar. That's well earned.
Yeah, great card. Great person. Moderator on the Timelines Discord as well, for anyone that doesn't know. Good chap.
I've called him Rev Damar so many times in my head. He's like Reverend Phlox. Instead it's Reverend Damar, so he's always got like, the black and white.
Yeah.
A little bit of Discord moderation.
Amazing. All right. Let's turn Nog off. Let's turn him
Let's
off.
behold the
Let
next.
us behold, which I've just switched over to OBS. And we are spinning, and I have updated this up to Gary Mitchell as well, so this should have...
I've heard that before.
I have. It is...
I can't wait for unknown, and then Balok.
And then a 4-star, yeah.
Come on then, give us the sound. Auto.
Okay, well,
Name
which
that
one
sound.
do you want? Which one do you want?
Let's go for some Met.
You want Met?
I'd say that's Geo. That sounds more like a Geo.
That's
I was
Met.
just going to say, he could be doing Geo, neither of us would know.
Look, that's Geo there. Yeah. Look.
Okay.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Okay. 0 for the podcast listeners out there. 0 stars on Chancellor Lorel. 0 stars on Layla Halloumi. 1 star on Caliphie Kirk. Layla's good.
All right, hold on.
Okay.
If there are no stars, who are you going for?
I'll go for Layla.
Really?
Yeah, she's not bad. She's okay.
Okay. So I have like thoughts on this.
Stars is going disco, I can tell you that much.
Well, here's the thing. Which one of these crew is unretrievable?
Oh, that's true.
Lorella's impossible to retrieve because she has
Klingon
overlap with like 5
politician
other
diplomat,
clothes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So by that logic, I think you kind of have at least take the first star on Lorel. I'm pretty sure Layla is in like what you take like botanist, and then it's like one of like maybe 20 crew.
I'm scanning the chat for Roy Kirk, because I know he's a big
That was the
tosser.
first.
So I'm wondering if he's going for the bombshell or for Kirk.
That was the. She
I
was
have
on
to
the
say, I
first
do
12
really
album.
love the Layla. Like, I do think she looks great.
Yeah. Good overalls. All right, let's spin it. Well, actually, what do you
Hold,
reckon? Yeah.
hold
Go
on.
Go on.
Chat says Kirk, add the star to Kirk. Kolomi, Kirk for Vince, Kirk, Disco Queen.
Okay, guys, just because it's a Kirk don't mean it's a good investment. That's like the worst Kirk in the game. Mirror
better.
Kirk is better.
Probably better
Come
for the
on,
404 Incognito Kirk. Like any of the Super
Yeah,
Red Kirks
actually,
or Roman
probably.
Captive Kirk, it would be just as
Or
good for you.
maybe, just finish off that troubled Kirk that you got 4 out of 5 for the Mega. It would be a way better investment than taking any stars on this guy.
Well, you can't win them all. Next.
That's true.
Right, we are.
All right, bit of Geo coming your way.
Give me Oh, yeah. Well, the options met Geo. What's the other one?
Bio.
Bio. Okay, we got a Bio.
Geo's
next.
the classic. Geo really takes you back a few episodes.
Yeah.
This one is interesting. 0 stars on Saboteur Garrick. 0 stars on Garrick Elim Garrick. No, that's not Garrick Elim. That's Obsidian Order Garrick, sorry. Or 0 stars on Admiral Kirk. So,
Okay, I have a
Now,
little
this is-
something. Sorry, go ahead.
This is hard for me because I love that Garrick. I think he's like a really fun card, and I think he's appropriate for the episode. But that Kirk is from one of my favorite, not just my favorite Star Trek movie, but one of my favorite movies of all time. And I think the art on him is superb. And even though he's a 2-skiller and kind of not great, I think I would, I'd be hard pressed not to take him. I'd be really hard pressed. What about you guys?
I've got to say, I think it'll be Saboteur for me. He's a decent Voyager. It's one of my favourite episodes. Yeah.
All right, I want to give you guys a little bit of a sneak peek here. Because earlier today, Well, actually, for the last several days, weeks, we've been working on Big Book 2.0. And so today in chat, Namer produced a preliminary set of, because we're trying to look at absolutely everything that has to do with crew. One of the things we're looking at is the likelihood that a crew will be in a future collection based on weighting the sizes and the overlap with other collections, previous history and behaviors of WRG, etc. So many variables your head to explode. So he printed this preliminary list of crew who would be most likely on the scale of 1 to 10. Out of all crew in the game, only 2 crew are rated above 9 points. And at 10 points, most likely Obsidian Order Garrick. He has so many traits that are in that line up perfectly to be chosen in the future that haven't yet. And if you're a collection fiend, a bird in the hand is worth 2 in the bush, but if you're speculating on future stuff, he's got a lot of good traits.
Good lord, he has got a lot of traits. Crafty, scoundrel, interrogator, resourceful, undercover operative, brutal, romantic, saboteur. That's pretty... Yeah, one of those is going to be a collection soon.
Maybe you like Kirk events because they're regular and you can count on them. Maybe you want... you're counting on something that will explode in value in the future, so...
That's a tough one. It's a very tough one.
As Volcanic in chat points out, you get that 65% gauntlet from Obsidian Order Garrick, which I think only 3 crew in the game have, or 2 crew. He and Cardassian Kira have 65%. So
yeah, and then you can use Kane in there, but it's dicey. Yeah.
That being said, Saboteur Garrick is pretty good in arena. Triggerless, 400% damage. He's the best Voyager of the 3. He's got the best bases, I think. So
he does easily between the 3. I remember some people were like, this brings me back. I remember when he first debuted, people were like, "Oh, I'm not a massive fan of the claw hand. I'm not a massive fan of the sort of like the way he's thinks." But compared to some of the art we've had this month, I think I'll take it.
Someone said he looks like he's in the music video for Thriller, which I think fits.
Yeah.
Now I need, I bet you if I sent Andy Robinson like $50, he would do Thriller. I bet you that's
that's our next intro. Okay, you do that.
You know what? If I thought he would do it, I would spend the money because I think that'd be a service to the fandom.
I think he'd be up for. I think Andy Robinson would do something like that. He's up for a lot of stuff. All right, let's
speaking from experience or what?
Hey, just ask Bashir. Ask Alexander Siddig. You know he's.
There it is. Hi-oh.
Hey, let's spin it again. Give me some bio, please.
I want some bio.
Bio sucks.
Yeah, bio
sucks. Bio sucks. It doesn't have that pop, you know.
It doesn't. Right. Okay. This one's interesting. Probably an easy one. 0 stars on Tempted Data, 0 stars on Anorax, 0 stars on EDF Adira. Not Towel Adira. EDF Adira.
Oh yeah, because there makes such a difference.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
4 months ago, whatever it was.
This is pretty much a slam dunk. If you don't know who to pick here, then what have you been watching? In which case, I'm actually going to bring up something that I think is kind of ridiculous. And it's something that I realized when I was talking to Sankatse Siete, because she had Anorax pop up in a Behold for her honor sale. And we were talking about beloved Anorax versus normal Anorax. And do you know what one of the main differences between the two is?
The smile.
Well, that and... So normal Anorax, who has not seen his wife for potentially thousands of years... and is creepy and obsessed, romantic. Beloved Anorax, who is literally being cradled by his wife and is so distracted by his overwhelming love that he, discontinues his research in separate weapons, not romantic.
Romance is dead. For 2019 cards. 2017? No, when was the original Anorax? 2018, 2017?
2017.
That's when the romance died.
He's not that, I don't think he's that old.
Yeah.
Still probably a better investment than any card that comes out in an event these days.
If we're doing the trait thing, I'm sure someone's got a spreadsheet somewhere of questionable.
Who would have a spreadsheet to track such inane things?
Chat knows it's Adira. They are a very good Voyager. Discovery events, once they sort of kicked off, Adira events began, so it's more of a smooth transition for them than it is for a lot of other characters. So
and decent traits as well, like Prodigy, Musician. I don't know if this one has Spiritual. I think one might be Towel, but a good
Spiritual,
little mix
Saboteur,
of traits.
Prodigy.
Like Saboteur's a good trait. I like Saboteur a lot.
Yeah, she does good work.
I'll stop
To be
Saboteur
fair,
any day.
we've been saying that for forever, and it's limited right now to antimatter bonuses. So
Could be the only other.
Okay.
Need it.
Do you think he gets used if he gets fused?
Thank you. Thank you, Durable Chuck 112 for following us. That's a great name.
We've been followed.
well, we missed another follow.
We did.
Ran Aaron.
Oh, Ran Aaron. Yes, thank you, Ran Aaron, for following as well. Didn't see that because I missed the pop up. What would you like to do next? Should we talk about? Let's
One
look
more behold of me there.
I just closed.
Come on, it's been like
All right.
like
I'll turn it back on. Turn it back on and spin it again.
Just your best Batman like voice.
Joker. What are you doing in Gotham City?
Okay. Oh my
Riddle
god.
me this,
okay.
Batman.
This is slam dunk. And if you pick Callify Kirk, you're an idiot. 0 stars on Dexa. 0 stars on
Hold
Callify
on.
Kirk. 0 stars
now
on
we have
Decoy Kira. There you go.
we have 3 stars on Kirk by now. Or, I mean, 2 stars on Kirk. So this could be
there
his
you go,
third one,
slammed on
right?
Kirk. Oh, yeah. It's Dexa, and it's not even funny. She is so good.
Hold on now. We do have a new scapegoat, O'Brien, who is a fantastic.
Yeah, and she's also costumed, so you're getting a double whammy there.
But Dexa's Dexa. Dexa's real good. She's real good.
Ambidextra.
Hey,
Yeah.
and pointing
We
collection.
have we
Or
have
is
a
it
very
finger guns
brave,
collection?
Paris and Trip fan in chat who says Kira. So yeah,
I
it's
can
still
see the
Dexa,
logic.
but-
I would. Now, I will say, Dexter's not in the portal yet, but when she does, she's going to be a really easy retrieval. Really easy. That Kira is really hard to retrieve because she only has 4 traits. As I recall, it was really tricky for me to get her final star. So, yeah, it would depend. How much do you want that O'Brien? How much do you want the goat?
I'd rather have Dexa. Honestly.
Yeah, kinda.
You can immortalize 7 crew to get 1 star of goat, or you can just take Dexa, who's
Yeah.
like as good.
And she's there now. Whereas you don't. You have to sight up Kira
It's
and
Dex-
the other
it's
one.
Dex-
Yeah, it's
But
Dexa.
what about all your O'Brien events?
All right, I want to hear from chat. Do you guys use Dexa in Gauntlet, and how does she work for you? Because I've taken her a few times at 25%, and she is surprisingly good. Because you think of her as med eng and comp to the Caretaker, but med dip is pretty nice too. Because you don't get too many walls of bartender guidance, so she can definitely win with more than 1 pair.
Yeah, I don't find that she shares many gauntlets where you would bring like bartender guidance. So people will usually either bring her in like as a thing, or when like they will just leave dip med completely alone. Like dip med seems to be relatively like I can't think of many big med dip rollers in gauntlet. Mostly med psi. Like most people, I think I still see people using Cornwell, and that's like a
Anish,
500,
really?
100. Anish. Yeah, I've seen people using Cornwell because she gets like a 45% because I think she's like Diplomat Federation. Whatever,
Edith
but-
Keeler.
Yeah, I see her every now. Yeah,
I think
so there you go. That's where you get your friends use from.
All right, Chad is pretty thumbs up on her in the Gauntlet. I agree. You might have to wait till she's 25%, but it's really nice to have rotational pieces that aren't like walls of Baylock and walls of Locutus, and you can rotate them in. So.
Speaking of which, so I've been really enjoying. Like, I equipped up my ED supercard as soon as possible, and the amount of gratification I got from just one single command eng versus a 25% caretaker, I was like, I just felt so good. I was like, yes, I have played the game optimally, so that I can crush you on defense, and I'm going to lose all the points in 5 hours anyway. But it's fine. I won this round.
That's a good point because he 2-for-1s two Gauntlet exclusive crews, Baylock and Caretaker. So, maybe he's sneakily a little better in real, because the spreadsheets don't often take into account, well, you're going to have walls after walls after walls, and you need someone who can bust them. So maybe he's a little better than we gave him credit for him.
Yes, now we're in the post-Balok wall. We just got to the point, right, WRG, here. We got to the point in Gauntlet where we were past all these walls, we were starting to see some variation of the crew, and then you release Balok. And now it's back to the walls of Balok. The walls! Shaka! When the walls fell!
So Kath, his eyes red. Yeah.
Well, speaking of Gauntlet,
yes, that's excellent.
that's my transition.
That's an amazing segue. That's the best one you've done yet.
It's the only one I've done yet.
Simultaneously your best and your worst segue.
That's
we're going to do something a little bit different. Let's pretend. Let's take ourselves back to Let's take us into the previous decade. And remember when this crew was new. Imagine if this crew was brought to you today. Tell us a little bit about Kahless the Unforgettable.
All right, not your best work. Let's back up a minute. We put a vote. We put a vote on our Discord asking you guys which one of our recurring.
Fine, I'll just go. You want to host the damn show? You do it.
It's Captain Bleep It will do it live idle. So, all right, we put a vote up on our
Threw
Discord.
this at me
Which
like
one of
5
our?
minutes before we started.
Yes, I know. Let's not get into it. Which recurring segments from our show do you guys like so that we can produce more of them? And one of the new ones I slipped in was a crew spotlight feature, which we don't have a pithy, funny intro for, and there's no dancing and singing. Sorry, yet it's going to come. So the goal of this is, and we'll open it up to the floor sometime in the future. We're going to grab an existing crew and look at them with fresh eyes. If WRG dropped this crew today in an event or wherever, how good would they be? Where would they fit in? Would you go for them, etc.? So there's my setup for the newly released Kahless, the Unforgettable.
Okay, so the context here is if I were, you know what? Let's go crazy. Let's say that this imaginary event that's happening next week, which we don't know. Let's say that the Kahless is there. And like he would fit in relatively well amongst all of say I'm thinking like Osira, I'm thinking like Paxton, these command dipseckers who are basically like they're fine. If you have like a certain antimatter trait that you want to hit on Voyages more reliably, you might be like, I can grab a few stars on them and go for them. And like Kahless at this point does kind of occupy that. Like he used to be a better Voyager. I can't say he used to be. He is a good Voyager. He is not great. Bad skill set. But he has some really good traits. I love his traits. Yeah. So it's like Klingon, inspiring,
Hero,
royalty. I
and
fucking love
figure.
royalty. I love royalty. And clone, I believe, yeah. So you get double collections, which is always worthwhile. But
they did expand Inspiring. You need what, 80 of them now? That's a lot.
And a lot of them are way worse than Kahless. You don't want the fucking Anar. You don't want any of them. But let's be real. You would go for him because he is Kahless, the motherfucking Unforgettable. And he is the man who plucks a hair from his head, throws it into a volcano, and comes back with a bat lass.
Well, this one's not.
You
this
go
one's
because he is the OG.
This is
he
not
is
the OG,
no,
though.
no. No, there's no clone. This is the true. He
Oh,
has
okay,
in
here
him
we
the
go
true
then.
spirit
That's right,
of
okay.
Kahless.
I see that Idol does not believe.
So this
We're
is the
gonna
Timeline's
impale
originals
him.
then. This is Timeline's originals
You
then.
are banished from Boris. You are banished.
All right, so since you started with on Voyages, he has 5 Voyage antimatter traits, and they don't pop up a ton, but he kind of dominates them. He is the number 1 or 2 choice for command sec, for command sec dip, in 4 out of the 5, and then he's the number 3 choice in duelist. So he will definitely rotate in. Depending on your roster, would make anywhere between 3 and maybe 10 combos, which for command dip sec at his score rank is pretty darn good. And then, of course, Gauntlet is the big powerhouse. He's got a 65% set. He's got 5 45% sets. In 26 unique gauntlets, he has the number 1 command sec role. I mean, this guy is, of course, I'm reading off Big Book 2.0, which even grades his performance in individual gauntlets. He's a automatic pick in like a dozen different gauntlets. So Balok is there. We have not seen, and this is not the worst of Balok. He's going to be walls and walls in the future. People are still trying to get their first copy.
He's going to be as bad as Merge, Jean-Luc Picard, and Sterak. He's going to be just as bad.
Worse. He's stronger and he's got more crit. It's going to get bad.
Yeah. But that's things like, I remember when Balok first hit, it was like, oh god, these sets are bad. But it's like, Kahless, I don't feel like they share a massive amount of sets, do they? I don't feel like they, usually one is dominant over the other. Because, like, if I think of Balok sets, it's like Civilian, Explorer, Tactician, and then you've got, like, Klingon, Inspiring, and it's like, these are not the same sets. One will usually be one's Jupiter will be in ascendance over Boreth, you know, that kind of thing.
I think the thing that does it is just in the general, say, in the 5% arena, where you're just taking them for the command boost. And I think that's where Balok has the edge, and Balok will generally, of the pool of traits that are available for Gauntlet, he will get the favourable 25%, where Kahless won't.
Yeah. But, counterpoint, is how many actually good, and I say actually good because there are a lot of looks good on paper but aren't command rollers are there. Because we've got like Edie Supercard, which is a good primary
we've got
role.
Mitchell now, that's pretty much all you need.
Well, so. You got a lot of no hopers. You got people like Silver LaForge, and you got all of these crew who have one decent sized roll, a kind of shitty sec roll usually, and then the dip roll that means nothing. And you're basically kind of taking like after one fatigue, they're useless. Whereas I find that Kahless can usually stand up to 1 or 2 rounds of.
You're talking about. You're assuming he can stand up after fatiguing. Is that what you're saying? You're speaking as though you've used him before, but
he's a new crew. I wouldn't know what I'm talking about, but I would assume.
Yeah, I would assume as well.
The person who got the first match off of Darbo has told me many things.
Yeah, okay.
Man, I tell you what we should do. We should have a retro episode, and we should have an episode where we go back to like January the 1st, 2017, and just like base the whole episode there and just say like, oh, this brand new crew's coming out, I wonder what they've got in store, and we can all wear flares and, you know,
we'll
lapels.
have to slingshot around the sun.
Yeah.
And one of us comes back from the future and it's like, don't, please, they're bringing Mitchell, and then we get pulled back to the pool, and they're like, oh, Mitchell's coming, it must be good.
Apollo says,
so Reddit.
Sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
Apollo says, Kahless is too expensive to buy now. I disagree. I think the time to buy him is with your first 100,000, because of all the Honor Hall crew, you only need that 1 star. Everyone else needs more stars to be effective. He is just as good at 1 star for that gauntlet use. I think that was my first. As soon as I sort of cottoned on to oh, hang on, I need this crew, I saved for him and spent just after a couple of honor sales ago, I just saved on my first 100k and pulled on it. No regrets.
Yeah, I was just going to shout out Ahmad Genocidanian, who just immortalized him yesterday, I think. I mean, he is. Sorry. Yeah, I can say that. All right, he is in the realm of Blood Queen 7. God, my wife plays too much.
Blood Queen.
My wife plays World of Warcraft.
What the fuck?
Someone's been watching too much Blade.
Borg Queen 7. They're both in the realm. I think
Some bold motherfucker's always trying to ice skate uphill.
They're around the same power level. So, I mean, just because he's good in Gauntlet doesn't mean you won't want to immortalize him, because he's fine on Voyages. He has collections, going to get a few events. But Red Angel came out 26 months ago. Over 2 years, and in 26 months, we've had 3 elite Gauntlet crew: Red Angel, Balok, and now Kahless. So it's like if these crew aren't dropping for you, you're not going to get them really from events. You're going to get mid-level, okay Gauntleteers like AV Supercard. Someone like Kahless does not come along very often. So,
in fact, you know what? I have to point this out, right? In this current period, you say he's too expensive. What else are you spending your honor on? We have just had an honor sale. So that means that your optimal time to buy Kahless was 5 minutes ago. The second best time is now.
This time to plant a tree was 20 years ago.
Well, listen,
the next time is now. Because here's the thing, right? Like, if you buy him right away and sight him up, what are you actually losing out on? You're gaining a 65% Gauntleteer with 2 hard-to-complete collections that need a lot of crew and could be expanded. And, like, he's just fucking cool. He's fucking cool. Like,
Yeah.
who are you gonna grab? Like, are you gonna fucking, like, go for Mr. Mitchell? Are you going for Lieutenant Commander Mitchell? Are you actually... Do you think that is a worthwhile investment of your time, honor, resources, the cost of... the time spent to press the equip button?
Dude, you're getting very fired up. See, we got a lot of...
We're getting to Mitchell. Let me put it like this as well.
The idea that, I don't mean to go on Apollo here, because he does have a point. It's a high price tag. But the idea that a Kahless is too expensive, it's like, honor comes and goes. Honor is cheap.
It's 2 months. If you're
even
VIP
if you
0,
don't-
if you're not paying, that's 2 months of saving.
That's what I was about to say. Even if you don't
Yeah.
buy packs, even if you just like participate in events, you get your 350k. If you like, send out your voyages and get a decent amount, you can reach that within a few months. And it's like, what else? Like, oh no, I'll miss out on a few beholds, so I could have gotten a 4 out of 5 Admiral Cartwright by now. It's like, no, maybe
No,
buy it
100,000.
a good investment.
I'll agree with him. 100,000 is actually a lot if they're doing quarterly honor sales. But the counterpoint is we just did 3 Beholdometers, and it was EDF Adira and 2 bags of ugly bags of mostly water. So it's like...
Yeah, that was going to be my point. Was like we all did the honor sale recently, and I got Linus Paris in one of them. Like, I could have put that against someone, even like Nano Pro Phlox or even Borg Queen 7. Art wise, she's terrible, but stats wise, she's okay. I would have got better out of that than I would have spent in the honor sale. Not the honor sale. I love honor sales because they're great bits of fun, but yeah, your chances of getting you guaranteed something good, or chances of getting some full frozen beholds, which I had one of those as well.
Kahless, as a newly released crew, is in a kind of a sweet spot where if you pass on them, you're not wrong. If you buy them, you're not wrong. If you buy them and sign them up, you're not wrong. So he, Captain Tribble, Blood Queen 7, they're kind of all in a good range right now. Where if you like them, you can get them. Funny that they're all command primary, but I mean, if we can break the fourth wall for a second, he's been in the game for 4 years, and the fact that 4 years later we're still talking about him being an option,
He's still relevant.
that's how well gone
Still
the crew
relevant
aged.
in all of the areas where he was once relevant, and more relevant in collections now because you actually need him for Klingon.
That's
How
true.
many crew get better as time goes on? Yes, Balok has dented him, but if you're going in a command gauntlet, unless you have a ton of crit traits, you're probably going to take both anyway.
Duelist and Hero are traits we talk a lot about in a good bonus pool size for either events or collections. And cultural figures may be coming up as something to look out for. So he's got
That's
the traits.
not a stat boosting collection.
He's
Ben would
yeah.
never lie to us.
Yet. He's got the traits to be even better in the future. So, I mean, like I said, you're not wrong no matter what you do with him, but he's a very interesting card. Just because Balok came out, don't be like, oh, well, he's useless now. No, he can still fight.
It's so fucking bizarre that we're looking at cards like Kahless and Mirror Jean-Luc Picard and cards that came out so long ago, and great, we're getting your money's worth. That's fantastic, but it just shines a light on the newer cards that come out. It's like, why are you releasing cards we're not going to use? Okay, the artwork's great. Okay, I'm very attached to the where No Man has gone before, but I'm going to get them 1 of 5, and they're going to sit there until I get lucky in the next honor sale. And then I'm
Well
gonna
done,
freeze them.
buy Kahless. Or
I
buy
will.
Borg Queen 7.
In fact, you know what? Yeah, this is sort of like the ultimate, I think, here, which is that for people who balk at the price tag, look at what you got out of the honor sale. Like, actually look through all of your beholds if you were, someone who took screenshots and showed them to your fleet for asking for advice or just as a memento. And look at how many of them you were like, oh, that was a really good card. Oh, my game is going to be changed because of them. And then add up how many of them aren't going to have that effect and see how quickly you get to Kahless. I guarantee it's quicker than you think.
I feel like we're selling him a little harder than we actually believe inside he is.
Kahless was fucking unforgettable.
No, I mean for cool factor, I've immortalized him on 3 accounts, so I think he's really cool. But I think he's more in choice territory than automatic buy territory.
Yeah, fair.
Good card. Can't wait to pick him up in the
Extremely
next
good
event.
card.
Dude, I'm because like you say, we've been having a lot of bad crew. I'm glad that finally they printed a worthy card in today's landscape. He's a good command gauntleteer. Who would have thought that would have been printed? So I think he's a very interesting card. I'm glad to have him
You know what you've
fresh
done?
to the game.
You know what you've done? He's going to be nerfed next week now. He used to be the #1 Voyager, damn it. Right.
Lieutenant Commander Mitchell's stats, not a mistake. Kahless' stats, actually a mistake.
Okay.
4 years later, they finally know. All right, let's move it on. Let's bring back a. Hang on, I need to turn something off. There we go. Let's bring back a classic. Let's bring back. I keep saying that every time we do that because the gaps have been so long before we do it. But who likes showdowns?
This Wednesday on UPN, an all-out war. Competitors from all over the cosmos go head-to-head in a battle for supremacy. Captain Kirk versus Spock. Captain Kirk versus the Gorn. Captain Kirk versus basic human decency. Find out who will fall and who will be victorious on Timeline Showdown.
Yes, it's the return of Timeline Showdown, where we will be besting the best crew in the game. No, I'm faltering this already. Please, take us away, also. This is your bit. I can't talk tonight, Jesus Christ.
As the video's playing, Idle's like bopping along. He's like, damn, this is
I'm
good.
so motivated.
So Idle actually, Idle did the, what's the word for it? The cover of this. It's the TOS fight music. So he did that originally and mixed it everything. I tell you what, you got to find the original or recreate it and put it in the sub chat on Discord so that we can enjoy it.
I've got the instrumental version.
Put it on your Bandcamp so I can download it to my iPod.
Okay then. Hang on, I'll get the guitar I recorded it with because you'll like this. You'll like this. Hang on.
Oh god.
I jog better when Timeline Showdown is blaring in my ears. It's also the highlight of the podcast.
It's a fucking shark! Look at that!
Oh my god.
I thought he was going to play something.
You wish.
I think I just woke the kids up.
It's all an elaborate illusion. He doesn't actually know how to play any instruments.
Yeah, you never see me play it. Have I named my
I thought it was
guitar?
going to be like a giant Idic with a neck on it,
cool.
you know?
That would be awesome.
That would actually work. The shape is just right.
I think I have seen a Star Trek Starship guitar, the Sorcerer of the Enterprise and like a nacelle. I'm sure I've seen that somewhere.
It would make a perfect banjo.
Yes, that would actually.
Some shit.
Caretaker Idol.
Oh, there's your Timeline's original.
There you go.
Oh dear. Okay, yes, this is Timeline Showdown. Also, please, what is our criteria for this group of illustrious cards?
You guys all voted for this a few weeks back, and the idea was SSR Evans of Wales's. So the category is which alien would most benefit a Starfleet crew if they were drafted into service. So
Some crew art, don't I?
we have to finish out round one. Do you have the art ready? Or
I will.
Did you forget
Give me a
it?
minute. Bear with me.
Don't
very
crush
unprepared.
me.
Ardra, barely know her. Anyway, carry on.
He was telling us in the pre-show, boy, everything's gone great today.
It's been such a slow news week. I haven't had to prepare anything at all. I wonder why that is. Is it because you forgot Idol?
We need a biomedical
How'd you spell Ardra?
physiologist in here. This
Oh,
man is
no.
dying.
A-R-D-R.
Do you know what it is? I can't find her file name because the file name for Ardra, they misnamed her and called her Ardor. Anyway,
Ardor,
Damn
I
that
barely
WRG.
know.
our next round shall be
Save it for
Ardor.
the Crushers.
Ardor versus Lucian. Now, have you ever watched the Lucian episode of Taz?
You must think me a fool to make your lies so transparent.
Sorry, I had to do that for recent
Chad's calling you out on your baloney.
My baloney. It's you guys typing.
Well, chat tried to do it. It's the mod thing.
Anyway,
Whatever.
have you ever watched the episode of Taz with Lucian?
Wait, I have to pull this. Hold on. I forgot to start the poll.
Stars, the word.
Professionalism. It's in short supply today, both here and in other offices. I won't say where.
Answer my damn question. Have you ever seen the Taz episode with Lucian?
The translation?
All right, it's the polls up, folks. You can go vote.
No, I have not seen the
included the option. We're a bunch of morons.
What if I told you? What if I told you that Lucian was the good guy in that episode? It's so strange because the Enterprise travels to an area and he appears on the bridge and goes, "Oh, I am here. I am Lucian, the devil, and all this." And he goes, "You need to help me." And they go to this random planet, and it turns out he's being persecuted by this race of people on the planet, and the Enterprise crew have to help him. And there's no twist. He's genuinely a good guy. It's so weird. So he does actually help the Enterprise crew. So I think he would actually be the most beneficial.
So is this that kind of weird thing where it depends on your interpretation of Christianity, where Lucian / the devil is either the actual embodiment of evil or just a fallen angel?
You know,
more of a Prometheus style figure who gives freedom.
I didn't realize the parallels when I put this together, but Ardra transforms into both devil and Klingon devil Feklar in this episode. So the devil parallels are there.
Are not Feklar.
All right, I
see
we've
got two devils like facing off each other here.
A lot of people voting Ardra. So this episode is the TNG equivalent of when Kirk tries to outsex the enemy into submission, because Picard always like outspeeches the enemy or out Shakespeare's the enemy, and it always works. So you have to remember Ardra's powers were an illusion. They found her ship, they took control of it, and suddenly she was useless. So if she's going to be on your Starfleet ship, maybe she doesn't have... I mean, we're assuming she has her powers, but maybe they're a little shaky, yes?
Well, that's the thing. She is a talented engineer, which is represented in-game by the fact that she does have that engineering skill. And she is a very good con man. And the thing is I feel like that's an underrepresented skill in Starfleet.
Flim-flam man.
A flim-flam man. A snake oil salesman, if you will. And I feel like, in fact, you'll appreciate this, Otto, that's an underappreciated skill in a Starfleet commander, because what is James T. Kirk if not the ultimate flim-flam man with the Corbomite maneuver? That is the biggest load of hocketed bullshit ever, and it worked, and it saved the day.
Yep.
So
sometimes you need a little bit of bluster behind your words not to keep things going.
I will speak out against Lucian that although he would have helped the Starfleet crew in that episode, he was essentially useless. So maybe Ardra would be the choice here.
Okay. It looks like
he looks so friendly.
Anyway, so.
He was very friendly. It's so weird. You don't expect it. It's the ultimate twist.
All I know is he drops from Voyage two-parters. That's literally all I know about Lucian.
But Ardra is actually the biggest crit in the game. There you go.
I'm looking at him now, and it's like, maybe this is just me, like, transposing my beliefs, but like, he feels like he should be in, like, Dogma with George Carlin and, like, Alanis Morissette.
That's a good film. That's a really good film. I need to rewatch it.
Sorry.
Okay, that's Ardra. Secure win there. Next.
Hold on. What were the votes? 13-7. Right?
Oh, yeah. Clear win for Ardra. Next up, let's talk about Kevin Uxbridge, Dowd extraordinaire.
Let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you.
That's the after show, or the transporter clone himself, or the transporter mashup. Tuvix, who would be most useful? Which alien would be most useful?
All right. Can you imagine if Tuvix actually wins?
Okay, so I have to say something here, and this is something that I feel like plays almost against the spirit of the episode of Tuvix. Because everyone talks about what an interesting moral dilemma is. It's the trolley problem, right? It's do you divert the thing to kill one person, save multiple? But I feel like
this shows the trolley problem every week because we always go off the rails.
It's true. I feel like they almost hurt the moral dilemma because Tuvix is creepy, and not just because it's not just a combination of he's an amalgamated being, he is unnatural. It's the case of he tries to seamlessly step into the lives of two men that he is not. And the way that Kess reacts to him indicates to me that in universe, she finds that as creepy and as welcome as I kind of did. I was like, no, this is not your life. You don't get to act like you're an individual and then also step into these people. Like, would you go back to Vulcan and try and get on with, like, Tuvok's wife? That's not your life, bro. You don't
Okay,
get
but
to do that.
You have to remember he's half Neelix, who was creepy to begin with in the early
Yeah, that's
seasons.
true.
So her rejecting him wouldn't really register with him as maybe you should back off and give us some time because that's not who he was in the early seasons. So,
I guess.
All right, I saw a. Have you guys seen that meme? You know, name a more iconic duo, and it's like the Kardashian twins or whatever. I saw one name a more iconic duo, and it was just Tuvix by himself, and I'm like, that's good.
Love it.
That's pretty good. I like that. That's good.
So if you're voting for memes, it's Tuvix. But what about the Dowd?
I think he's a god, essentially. He's more god than Mitchell.
Yeah.
Here's the thing: is that I like about Uxbridge is that, like, you can tell I'm biased here, is that he is a god, but he is a god who is. He snapped out in anger, right? And that's why the Huslov no longer trouble anyone. But he understands the severity of what he's done. It's so often in Star Trek you come across god characters who play around with this shit like they don't care. Like Q Jr. when he appears, it's just ping-ponging shit all over the universe. He's antagonizing the Borg. And Q, who we regard as like the Loki, the god of mischief himself, is like, don't do this because you don't understand the severity of your actions. And Uxbridge comes pre-baked with that. He understands what he's done is wrong. And I feel like that kind of perspective of things on a wider cosmic scale would be really useful to Starfleet in like diplomatic negotiations, and also just like it's that thing of I love this trope in media of characters who have done unmentionable, unspeakable things and have come back from that threshold and are cautioning other people, don't go down this road. You don't want to end up where I did. This is a bad place for you to go. And they will sometimes take the hit for them. Like there's a good bit in Buffy about this where, like, I'm not going to say who it is because it's like spoilers for a 20-year-old show.
Please don't
like,
swerve into Buffy on this show. Come on.
I won't. But I just like the trope of older, like more seasoned characters who are like, I understand the severity of what you've done, of what I've done. Can you say the same? And I like that wisdom, even if it comes at a price. I like this character archetype, so I would go Uxbridge here. Sorry, I'm rambling.
All right, two things from chat. Apollo points out Tuvix drove Kes crazy. Uxbridge drove Troy crazy and did mentally assault her. As we were talking about earlier, she gets mentally assaulted a little bit too often, for my likes. But and the other point, just a quote from Plain Simple Garrick, when Picard says, "We have no law to fit your crime." That is, if you go back and watch if you want, I love that scene. It's like a 60-second scene. It's very short, but it's Picard and Uxbridge in the quarters, and they're talking candidly, and he's like, "You have no idea what I did." And it's a good bit of acting from both gentlemen. So, me liking the episode has no bearing on this, but Uxbridge smashed the opponent anyways. So,
I guess you were just found Tuvix too creepy. I wonder why.
And you missed it. That was a clear win for Uxbridge. Now let's go to our final round for today. I believe it's our final round for today. With the final round of round one, Kamala, the Famke Janssen debut appearance on Star Trek, or everyone's favourite 400% booster. If I can load the icon up quickly. There we go. Sword, who I actually can't remember from Taz, but I think I know which episode he was in, and he didn't.
Dude, you're
to ask you to be like, please tell me who this character is.
I think he was in the episode where Kirk and Spock get on. They're in a team of like a load of aliens, and this EM3 Green's in there, and so is Kukulkan's in that episode as well, and they just basically go on an intergalactic heist, but it turns out the guy that organised it all along, Jihad, thank you, Eric Nelson. So I won't spoil it then. But yeah, he's a very, very minor character.
His name is Jihad.
Hold on.
The episode name is Jihad, yes.
I see people voting Kamala, and I have to jump in before it gets any worse. The whole premise of that episode is she disrupted ship operations by turning all the guys into giant horn dogs, okay? They were all fighting over her in the ship. It's like, if you put her on the ship, you're cruising for a bruising. You're risking disaster.
Hang on. You guys are James Bond fans, right?
Yes.
Come on.
Miss Onatop.
Xenia Zagayevna Onatop, Russian fighter pilot, sadomasochistic dominatrix, and dab hand with an AK-47 as her hands. So,
When are they releasing James
Right,
Bond timelines? Like, come on. I think you said that, didn't
Well,
you?
she'd be the number one sec base, so you know.
Number one sex base?
All right, good point by El Marto. Yes, but Xenia. Yeah, if you want to vote for it just because you like an unrelated movie, I can't stop you.
I think.
But in terms of running a starship,
So I think it is Sword. I can't remember what he was like in the episode, but he was on a team, which means he must have some skills in some sort of thing, and he's holding a kind of gun Is that a gun or is that some sort of weird hypo spray? I
think it's a stapler.
It's a sewing machine.
Right,
when Kirk's around, you need to be able to do the uniform.
Neither of them are getting past Kevin Uxbridge in the next round anyway, so, just vote for whoever you like best and we'll move on.
Way to kill the tension. No, we still got
So
some
I
time.
have a question, right? So
Well, look,
Kamala...
this is a real tournament, so you got to think ahead a little bit.
Yeah. So with Kamala, do you think that the reason her powers, or her, her species ability essentially, only worked on men was because, TNG was a product of its time and therefore they wouldn't have, included, a female thing? Or do you think that's, some kind of hard-coded thing? Because then your solution to the problem is, well, just put her on a ship of all women. If you can have all Vulcan crews, why not all female crews?
As Q said, what is this, a ship of the Valkyries? Have you human women finally done away with your men altogether? My God, we have a tie.
We have a tie. What do we do?
Hold on. So to address this quickly, you could put her on a ship of all women, because the point of the episode was she was getting ready to imprint on one man, so her empathic abilities were very high, driving the guys crazier. So you could staff her with women and probably be okay.
Yeah.
Was that Rick
So,
Berman?
that
It
being said-
feels like it was a Rick Berman.
She's also
episode.
an archaeologist. You could easily,
All right. We have to break this two-way tie. We have 3 votes here. So, Idol, who do you vote for?
I think I'm going Sword.
All right. Stars, who are you voting for?
I already voted for Kamal in the chat, and I'll vote for her here.
It's up to your take.
That's okay. It's tied in chat, so you get a vote. Oh, it's down to me, huh?
The fate of the world may hinge upon your answer.
So
I
important.
vote. Tune in next week to find out the winner of Timeline Showdown.
He's such a tease.
I'll vote Kamala because I like James Bond and she's
Okay,
a Bond girl. So, all right.
Damn right.
After I told everyone else not to.
Hey, do you remember what her drinks order is? Do you remember what her drinks order is?
Oh God.
I'm guessing you do.
I do remember. So they're in a casino in Monaco, because of course they are. And he offers a vodka martini, shaken, not stirred. And she orders the same. And he asks, "How do you take it?" And she takes her cigar.
I remember.
And she literally turns it. She's straight up with a twist. And even Bond is like, "All right, madam."
This is too much
Dude,
for
Bond
me.
was never known for its subtlety,
Right.
On the top. On the top.
Yeah. I think it's funny how Austin Powers was released and then they suddenly just stopped doing all of that, didn't they?
I mean, that was sort of the point. They couldn't out-parody the parodies, so they went in a more serious direction.
It's the same reason.
Yeah, that is kind of the point.
It's the same reason. You remember, UK people know there was a series called The Thick of It, and the guy that wrote it, Armando Iannucci, says, "I'm not writing any more of these shows because the actual real life politics are more crazier than the stuff I was writing." So
It's true.
there you are. Let's get on to some real meaty discussion. We talked about this crew last week. We talked about Gary Mitchell, but we've had a little bit of time to digest what it really means to get a god on your starship. And turns out, really don't mean much. We, hang on, let me just disable something here. This is where
I've checked now. We still don't have any.
Mitchell's
we still
minimum
don't
roll?
have it.
Is that what you just disabled?
No, I'm disabled my brain. I'm trying to disable the challenge. There we go. There it is.
You can't
bring
disprove
it-
a negative.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I'll destroy an idea that is ancient knowledge.
Listen.
It's real.
Okay, so we have seen reports of people doing the numbers, crunching the numbers on Gary Mitchell's gauntlet ability.
Hold on. After a brief direct contact with negative energy, Gary Mitchell began to display a widening array of godlike abilities.
Yeah,
So you know what I
shame
love about
that's a lie.
the non-specificity of negative energy? Like, oh no, I put my tongue on a battery. Negative energy.
Dude, nothing made sense in TOS, but that's what made it great. Like when the deflector shield snapped on, but no one on the bridge knew why. It's like it's built into the ship. It snaps on automatically, but no one can figure out why they turn on. It's
and
like,
they're like, oh, stupid reload. Who knew? That old protocol.
It was the first episode. Only Spock knew what he was doing. Come on.
That's true.
Dude, Spock shouting in the pilot was the highlight of the entire episode.
Oh, if you're lucky, you might get some of that in What the Dub later.
Stay tuned.
I've got some Cage episodes in there. So Lieutenant Commander Mitchell, let's just say he's still utter trash from last week. But let's elaborate, because I think some people need to know why this is terrible.
So, okay, let me take lead on this, because I feel like I want to. When do I not? So, I have a problem, first of all, and this is going to seem nitpicky, but it's...
By the way, if you guys don't like us bashing crew, turn off your radios for about 10 minutes and then come back for What the Dub.
Yeah, I'll go like that when we're done. The name. Lieutenant Commander Mitchell. Even though everyone knows him as Gary Mitchell. Okay, odd. Why? You didn't call Elizabeth Dehner Commander Dehner. You just called her name because that is what she is known by in the trick. I was like, oh right, he was Lieutenant Commander. Okay, whatever. Not Gary Mitchell, but fine, whatever. This negative energy being, who is like godlike powers, tinfoil eyes, all the goodness, and you give him command, diplomacy, security.
It's the Suspiria problem.
It's such the super... frankly, he should just be armors, because they have almost the exact same skill set in terms of what they do in the episode.
First of all, it should be something science-y.
Yeah.
Second of all, it should be security heavy, because he friggin' fights James T. Kirk for like a 15-minute segment at the end where they both end up with their shirts ripped off, and he's got Kirk... He ends up buried like under a giant slab of stone. Like the whole last 15 minutes is just them fighting.
The most iconic image of this entire episode is him standing next to Kirk's grave. What about that to you says command, not security primary, command primary. Get
Scary
in the
Gary.
No, I refuse. Oh wow. So from the top down, so name sucks. But whatever, that's nitpicky. Skill set sucks. Whatever.
I subsist off of picking on crew. This feeds me.
Yeah.
This is life energy restoring.
Voyager 176, if I recall.
Ish. With the skill set factored in, it's worse.
More like 100. More like a billion trillion. You could go into the honor. You could go in the honor hall right now and buy Kahless and probably get a better investment.
Oh, for sure.
Traits, shit. Not a single collection in this. Like, you couldn't have.
Not
gone
on my
for
bridge.
You couldn't have even given him resourceful.
He was pretty
What
resourceful.
about inspiring? Even though he's terrifying, that is a form of inspiration. I would accept it more than nothing.
I mean, if we're going with terrifying as the then
inspiring is a term.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, you can't give him Klingon, can you?
I am inspired to not participate in this event.
How survivalist? The fact that he is fighting for his survival.
True.
Has a 15-minute fight with Kirk. But no. Human, Starfleet, pilot, brutal, telekinetic. I think out of all of those, you have what? The Mega
Pilot.
from three years ago, yeah? And that, one or two brutal events.
Do you know, if he was in that Mega from 3 years ago, that'd be a decent card. Not now.
Yeah.
All right, let me throw a couple numbers out because I like numbers, and we'll return you to your regularly scheduled ranting in a second. All right, 2 months ago, the campaign in the free track, meaning as long as you could do the first mission manually of cadet missions and get to 2 hours, almost anyone in the game could get Marshal France Q. Pretty good command gauntlet here for purple. Marshal Francis Q minimum command proficiency is 352. Gary Mitchell's average command roll is 358. Meaning, if you're lucky, he will hit this purple crew's minimum command roll every time. There are 65 unique gauntlet sets in the game, 65 different trait sets for the gauntlet. In 64 of them, Gary has 0 pairs in the top 20. In a single gauntlet out of the 65 out there, he tops out at the 18th best command sec pair. So that's like your one chance to use him. I went back and looked at single, because the big thing that everyone's looking at is that command roll, 12 to 700 something.
Ridiculous.
It's very swingy, and it's sort of thematic. They just didn't go enough on the power level. I looked at that command roll, and I looked at crew in the game already who have identical average roll. Because you have to think you're not going to get hit 700 every time. You're going to hit 12 sometimes. It's going to be hilarious. The average roll, exact average, is shared by Captain Morgan Batesman, Mirror Saru, Surgeon Pulaski's Science, Alicia Travers, and Assimilated with Forge, whose secondary role is almost identical to his first, and that's why he was good 3 years ago. His single role, his command role, is worse than 4-star Dr. Chapel's med role. So it's
now,
like...
Auto, I'd say I love it when we get to team up to bash on the crew like this.
You jewel, that's exactly what I hoped.
All right. They did fix his art. Shan on the forum showed the... Because we talked last week about the character art brief that they put together usually includes a few screen caps of the episode so the artist knows what they're trying to replicate. So she shared the image that they were going for, and it was the updated art that's in game right now. So they created this art, which is actually pretty good. No complaints about the art. Mm-hmm. And then for whatever reason, they... Hold on. Stars, you put it perfectly before. What did they do to this art?
So it literally feels like they created this in I don't know what they used. It probably would have been Photoshop, right? Like they don't use GIMP for certain. Or MS Paint. And they got it looking good. And they were like, yeah, look it up again. And then they were about to hit, function S, which is save. And then they accidentally hit function, whatever the key is to flip it. And then they hit function save. Oh, shit. And then they looked up and he was flipped. And they were like, I have a sandwich waiting for me in the cantina. If I just... They won't notice, will they? They won't notice that I just hit the flip button. That sandwich is calling for my name. I can hear it just wafting down the halls. And then they look back at the Gary art, and he's like, that's good enough. And little did he know that in the cubicle right next to him was the guy who was working on Gary's, min rolls. And he was like, well, if I give him really low min rolls, and he was like, but I've got to obviously make sure that it scales up with the items. And then he was like, I have some pasta waiting for me in the fridge. I bet if I can finish this when I come back. And then they both just passed each other on the way to the cantina. And they're like, oh, and this is the card we have as a result.
Trek fans are not known for their attention to detail, so who would have thought that we would have picked up on that? No, I mean, okay,
it's
now
just a spectacular own goal. I don't get how you did this.
All right, to be fair, it's now fixed. They flipped it back, and it's good art. It's I mean, you look at them, you know exactly what they're going for. There's no weird filter over it. I think it's good art. It's just weird that they drew it up very well and then flipped it for whatever reason and then pushed it live. So that's weird.
But the stats,
it's good now.
What is this? Why bring out a crew that is going to default like fuck in the gauntlet and will do trash for Voyagers, being in a skill group that is outmatched by anyone you can grab in for a crew retrieval instantly, and a gauntlet pair which is being matched by someone you just put out?
At least it's exciting.
Is it?
It's a skirmish. If you guys play skirmish, if you have a copy, I want to see some screenshots in our Discord of Gary Mitchell rolls in the gauntlet, because I know it's going to be entertaining.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that there is so that you said he had 145% set or whatever. Is that like the Fury Cast one of brutal prodigy telekinetic?
Actually, it's Borg brutal human, but that's not his best pair because all the other command and sec crew have a lot of humans and a lot of brutals among them. So his best pair is actually in some science-y, I think it's like the telepath astrophysicist one where he's at 25%.
So you have a crew that is not good on voyages. He's not got good bases. He's semi-okay on ships. Probably, the 4-star Nemesis data you're getting in the skirmish is probably actually better for you in the long run. And we assume he's been designed for Gauntlet because he has a decent command role. But what is this? At least put out like maybe if they give him like 10, 65% sets like they've done for Baylock, maybe he'll be viable. As a joke pick.
It sounds like someone... Look, because this is Gary Mitchell. This is the card that started Star Trek, essentially. This is the pilot episode, or the second pilot episode, right?
Yeah,
so it sounds like when you're looking at... we're looking at the proficiencies, the sec proficiencies, 18 to 477, and command 12 to 704, sounds like they are missing a 0. This should be 120 to 704 and 180 to 477, or something along those lines, which would boost up his voyage ranking and make him more representative of the crew that is so iconic to Star Trek, which is why we want to play. I don't want to just collect a crew going, cool episode. I like that. It's cool. I want it on my roster. I don't want it on my roster now. It's the Borg Queen 7 situation again, but except for the crappy art, it's the crappy stats.
Maybe they were designed to swap around Borg Queen 7 stats onto his so that you would have the good art for him and the good stats, and then she would get all the crap. Maybe that was the actual problem. Because I would rather that, frankly. But
oh dear.
All right, hold on.
Does it depress you guys that Dehner and Mitchell, these iconic crews that like you say started Star Trek, and they both fucking suck.
They really do.
This stream is depressing me right now. Can we move on, please? Because we did half of this last week as well.
We did.
He's terrible.
Yeah.
No, they're not going to fix him. We'll just have to deal with it. And if you don't like it, don't give him money.
Right. Would we like to have?
Before we move on, can I do one last? This is completely anecdotal,
Please,
nothing to do with the game. So, do you remember the Halcyon days of would have been 2011, 2012-ish? Back after the 2009 Star Trek film, but before Into Darkness, when they weren't talking about who Benedict Cumberbatch was playing.
Oh yes, it's like
John
Harrison,
and everyone was like, "Yeah, John Harrison." I was like, "Okay, this is," and no one thought Khan because no one thought that they'd be that fucking stupid. And I remember thinking, because they had this little press release out about the fact that this was the first Star Trek film title that was a sentence, Star Trek Into Darkness, and it's about, it's about the voyage into dark. It was meant to be a thematic thing of, it's about a voyage into darkness of the self, and I was like, are you guys doing Gary Mitchell? Because if they were doing Gary Mitchell, Benedict Cumberbatch would actually not have been a bad pick for that kind of transformation. That would have been interesting. And then obviously it turned out to be what it was. But I still, in the back of my brain, think, man, that would have been really cool if you had been
so much better.
Chris Pine Kirk versus Benedict Cumberbatch, Gary Mitchell, and do that in a 2-hour movie. And what you could do with today's effects and that kind of storyline, that would have been so much more interesting. What we got both in the game and in the movie. But that's a completely anecdotal thing. So
it's a cool episode. I haven't watched it in a while, but I only have good memories of it.
Yeah.
Primarily, actually, the number one thing weirdly that stands out to me is the matte paintings that they use, because they beam down to this not Pergium, that's Mother Horta. They beam down to this dilithium mining facility or whatever, and they have excellent matte paintings, and it really sets the stage well. And then, you have him becoming a god, and it's parallels to Riker Q. How do you turn your back on your friends because now they are insignificant to you? You have the parallels with Dehner and how she handles her own thing. She manages to resist it enough to stay with the good guys, and it's a really neat episode, and it's not one that feels like goofy 60s television. I mean,
in a sense it does, but the transitory
storyline
period between the Cage is more solid, slightly more artificial, I suppose, sort of feel the Cage versus normal Star Trek, and then this is in that sort of in between thing where it's Kirk and Spock, doing 60s Star Trek things, but it's got more of that sterility and that fear of space and of its dangers more present than the we're doing rootin' tootin', wagon train to the stars type thing. It's in that, and I kind of really like the vibe of this episode.
Gotta have both, baby. That's track.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Pretty McCoy as well. This is Piper.
Yeah, no, yeah. When we getting him in the game?
There you go.
Oh, I'm sure he'd be terrible.
Yeah, no hope for any new crew these days. Anyway, okay, let's move on. Okay, so we don't know what the event is yet, which is bizarre, which means either something's gone wrong. I was thinking either something's gone wrong or no, something's gone wrong. We don't know what. Let's have a little supposition, and we're working on a little bit of intelligence here that it's gonna be a rerun next. And who would you put alongside Lieutenant Commander Mitchell?
Well, they always do reruns before
Grebnet log.
Close. Very close. In fact, we were just talking about the other tinfoil eyes herself, Elizabeth Dehner. And if it's a rerun...
Dehner, Batman.
Same era. Good.
I love that note. That's one of my favourite Big Book notes.
Did you write it?
No, I wrote that one. I can't even remember my Big Book notes.
And again, okay, let me ask you this guy's question. If it is Dehner in the upcoming rerun, would you like a star on her at 400k? Okay. Bear in mind, okay, I'll rephrase that. If you don't have her, would you like a first star on her?
Good God, no.
Yeah.
This is a skirmish, so...
No, but the rerun
it's so
won't
weird
be.
because...
The skirmish for Mitchell, and then whatever the next event is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, will be 400k, so...
Oh. Dude, I will never ever get used to this. Everyone makes this mistake, and it's so goofy, and I hate it.
I believe it will be a hybrid faction galaxy.
Yeah, if it's the rerun.
Yeah.
She's a star in position and kind of nothing else. I do like when they include him at 400,000, but it's like...
Okay, so this is the kind of crew that I'd say don't ever touch this crew with a 10-foot barge pole unless you can help, because as much as I love I love bringing up the tinfoil eyes, I think that's such a wonderful 60s thing. And I think she's a really cool...
I hate it.
I think it... Oh. Yeah, but it's such an insight into that era of TV. I love that kind of story. But she is abjectly awful and terrible and useless just as much as her companion is.
There you go. We found the theme. We found out why they
Truly
made Mitchell like
crew,
he was, because he's just as bad as she is.
Yeah. She is the kind of crew where if you got saddled with her from a merit pull or from a bad behold, like all frozen but her, and you took her and you didn't airlock her, then yes, you should probably compete for her just so that you can get extra stars, so that when you get a bad behold later on and it's frozen, caught right, 4 out of 5 Dehner, you're like, well, at least I can finish Dehner and get her in the freezer. But if you can avoid her, God knows they're going to come out with another 3 or 4 star position in the next week, and then you're going to be like, well, I could just take that instead of taking Dehner.
So one would have to presume...
That makes more sense.
Please.
Assuming if this is the event, I looked it up ahead of time, it's the Faction Galaxy. Assuming this is the event, I think that means that Dehner and Mitchell are going to be featured together. Like they've done this in the past, 2 golds, 2 purples. Does that mean the event pack is going to have Dehner, Mitchell, Antok, and 1 other purple?
Odo.
Like, is that maybe the worst pack in the
That's pretty icky. That's like, why?
Because like even if you want one of the bad golds, you only have a 50-50 chance of getting them. That could be...
I want the bad gold auto. Give me the bad gold.
Well, what other events?
What did he hurt me more?
What other events could you tie a telekinetic Gary Mitchell to? Because a rerun should try to sort of set the mood, lift the spirits and the pace of the game heading into the mega. And if they go like Dehner and Mitchell together in an event, it might be kind of like I'll check in next week type.
This crew, this
worthless gold.
There you go. This crew must be the crew that you win from the rerun for the upcoming mega must be fucking excellent for me to want to push for a 400k. I mean, okay, I do have Dehner, I will go 400k, but for anyone, this has to be a crew you want to go for a mega, because...
But you see, Idol, this is the secret. The crew that are going to be in the mega are going to be even worse.
Oh, goody. Can't wait. I'm so excited. I haven't done
You
recaps
sound
for a
so
long
giddy
time.
about that.
Would you even be surprised? Like, what is like? In fact, I'm curious. A Voyage rank 374. I bet you we can top that.
Oh,
isn't that basically Dreamwalker Chakotay? We can top that.
I was literally just about to say the same thing.
He was 290, first of all.
Wow.
So don't you disparage the good name of Chakotay.
Too late.
Secondly, since Dehner has an actual collection, she might be better than Dreamwalker. I don't know.
I don't believe that, and you don't believe that, and I don't expect the chat to believe that either.
I don't think Braxton's better than Chakotay, so I'm not the most impartial viewer
fair,
here. But
fair,
ethically,
fair.
he's not better.
Let's not wax too much about an event that we don't know what is happening. We'll probably go for a little while longer with what
my event details, if I had any.
Yeah.
I'm checking it, so if it comes up while we're still live, we will fill you guys in. So don't turn that dial.
Do not turn that dial, because I think it's time to have some fun. We've been waxing lyrical. I use that phrase quite a lot, waxing lyrical. I don't even know what it means.
We've been waning.
Waning.
We've not been waxing.
Definitely,
We've been waning.
The moon is going to a new moon on this, and we're going to do some What the Dub.
It's a nice way of saying you won't shut the fuck up.
Exactly. Let's do some What the Dub. Anyone remembers What the Dub? You'll see it in a minute. Subs, you will join in. I have been making this very special because I actually found a way of
You
modding
will
this.
join in, or there will be punishments.
You will, yes. I'm making this special.
You'll be saddled with 4 out of 5 Mitchells, all of you!
I've been making this into Star Trek clips, so I found a way of modding it. There's a very good tool out there that helped me mod it, and I've spent a good little while making quite a lot of clips for this, and I will... Let's get this started. Let me start on What the Dub, and we will go... and we'll give some room codes out. I shall not be participating this time because I made all the clips. So I'm in my head, I've been making all the jokes, so I don't want to give an unfair advantage.
Shut your sauce box,
Right,
buddy.
let me
It's
just
time
share the
for
screen.
What the Dub!
Where is it? Where is What the Dub?
It's alright, Idle. You need the head start, which is not very funny.
Oh, hang on. There we go. Right, let's make that bigger. Yes, so for podcast listeners, I do apologise. This isn't going to be the best for you guys, but bear with. I'd recommend going to another podcast and then coming and watching the stream because it'd be a bit more enjoyable. And that one's especially for you, decent pilot, who wouldn't shut up about it. Right, let's go new game, and I will...
Let the dubs begin.
Right.
Head to playwtd.com and enter your room code.
A second. So, the code for subs, I will put in the sub channel. I'm going to give it to these guys first because I know they want to play. They're itching to play. So I'll make sure Auto and Stars are in first. So there you guys go.
No, if the subs want to go, they can go.
You reckon? Well, I put it in for you guys who want to join. That's in our Timelines Talks Discord.
I want to play, so I'm going to come in. Fuck y'all.
Hang on. Stick it there. Hang on. There it is. Sorry, you guys can't see us at the moment. You'll see us in a minute when I unhide it. Professional. Come on, Stars, get in.
I'm doing it.
All right, let me.
I'm running down a potato here. Don't worry about it.
There we go. Right, I'll put it out to the subs now. Subs, check the subs and boost chat, and then we'll see if we can get a team together to join. I'll show that, and let me go here.
Namer is saying the game is a little bit loud.
The game's loud. Okay, I shall change that in just a second. Let me tweak that now. Thank you, Namer. I've turned it down. There we go. That should be a bit more impressive. So we got Stars, Walk-K, RC Liners, Racing Liners, Genos. Anyone else that wants to come in from the subs, please do.
Is Genos a sub, or did he just see it because he's a mod on Discord? I gotta double check this one.
Mods can see. No, he's a sub. He don't think he can see the show chat unless I make him to.
No, it's the sub.
Oh, no, it's
chat.
the subs. Oh, well, never mind. He can come in anyway.
I'm watching you, Genos. Okay.
Anyone else? Can't promise that I'm going to be funny. Doesn't matter. Audience, you will be able to vote as well on your favourite things. There will be text saying !vote. Autos is in. Okay, I tell you what. I'm going to put the thing up now. If anyone wants to join, QUUF, go to playwtd.com and join in. See if we can get that 6th person in. And if we don't, I'll join. Hey, Cole's in. Nice one. Right. Who Stars? You were first. You start the game.
Oh,
I'm
do
excited.
I? Okay.
I'm looking forward to this. So this is going to be Star Trek clips. I'm excited. I hope it works.
All right, let's see how well your mod holds up.
Yeah,
I'm
we haven't
curious.
tested this.
The rules
We
are
haven't at all.
simple. Each round, a video will play with missing dialogue. Each player enters their wittiest replacement dub. Players watch the dubs and vote on the best one. The player with the highest score at the end of the game wins. It's just that easy.
Oh, I can vote as well.
Okay. See how well this goes.
I'm getting some echo.
Where did you get these eggs?
Oh, yeah.
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
Yeah.
There we go.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
For you, Data? Something special?
Time to let your
you go.
ambitions soar. Enter your dub.
Oh yeah, chat, enter your own suggestions as well. Stars and Cold, we're waiting for Stars and Cold. Fucking hell, Stars. Writing an essay.
Yeah. No, I'm not that funny, so that's the problem. I'm working with a
Where
handicap
did you get
here.
these
Fucking
eggs?
lie.
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
Yeah.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
The merchant said they were from a Pergium mine, high in silicon and other essential minerals.
For you, Data? Something special?
Amazing.
Where did you get these eggs?
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
Yeah.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
Mugato eggs, from a male apparently. Who knew?
For you, Data? Something special?
Where did you get these eggs?
Oh, it's like a seamless loop.
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
Just keep on shoveling out those eggs.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
I think it's pronounced Antidian. Worf, you'll love these.
And some ricks of eggs.
Special?
Where did you get these eggs?
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
Yeah.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
They're really tart testicles.
For you, Data?
Oh, Worf will love those too, I guess.
Hey man, if you can't stomach target testicles, are you really a Klingon?
On our last stop?
At Starbase 73?
It's a rite of passage.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
Horta eggs. See, it's a TOS callback.
Hey!
For you, Data?
That sounds like a shy porn special.
It kind of does.
Where did you get these eggs?
Yeah, one more. Here
I
we
think I
go.
made these
On
a
our
bit too
last
long.
stop?
At
Not all of them
Starbase
this long,
73?
Yeah.
What kind of eggs did you say these were?
Captain Tribbles.
For you, Data? Something special?
What did you think
Oh,
was the
amazing.
best?
Okay.
Vote.
Yeah. So yeah, chat. Vote in chat. You got 30 seconds. I think there's a little delay. I think it's only about 6-second delay, so you should be right. Genos, I don't think you can vote for
And
your
yes,
own
it-
stuff. That's cheating, Genos. I see what you're doing.
No, come on.
Come on.
Yeah. And incidentally, Genos, yes, that was loud typing because I have a mechanical keyboard, so that's why I'm always
Yeah.
going to be loud. Alright, I'm curious to see what our geniuses came up with.
Yeah.
Alright. Okay.
This top dog is hip to the jive. Look at him go!
You know, we know. Maybe someone else is going to be. Oh,
No, I guess
I
Chad
appreciate
didn't
you,
go
Walt.
through.
Okay. Chat
Did it
votes
what?
didn't count. This
We did
happened
have
last time.
issues. I remember the
The first round didn't
It got
trigger for
fixed
some
the second
reason.
round. Yeah.
Oh, we'll try again next time.
I can't believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
Okay.
I guess. Let's get a drink in.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
Lower decks fan there, Cairo. I am the one with the biggest helmet. I am in charge. On what now? I like Hills Apollo, that's a good one. Come on, Walt, where are you?
Don't rush him.
Okay,
I
sorry.
go mind blank so often.
Genius takes his time.
Exactly. He's gonna make you like lose your shit. Come on, here we go.
I believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
You still came second in your class in medical school.
I guess. Let's get a drink in. I can't believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
Only I'm the one the writers said could suffer.
Brian,
let's get a drink in.
It's the law.
I can't believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
You were distracted by Dax. You're always distracted by Dax, Julian.
I forgot my sound effects.
Did he kiss him?
Let's get a
I
drink
guess so. Like lean and kiss him on the cheek, I guess.
I believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
Klingons have two and we only have one. Worf is adding the lengths together. He's such a cheater.
let's get a drink in. I believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
You're still no match for a Talaxian with a Bata.
I guess. Let's get a drink in. I can't believe I let him get to me. Not your fault. Genetically engineered or not,
You're still my BFF, Julian. I'll make it up to you by slathering you in oil during our Sparta holodeck session tomorrow night. Yeah?
Yeah.
let's get a drink in.
Round's over.
God.
Let's vote.
Right, let's try this voting thing again. Oh. Let's see if this works.
Yeah, hopefully this the chat thing
Yeah.
works.
Oh,
Like,
straight
because the chat is the ultimate arbiter of taste, as we've decided.
Definitely. I have to work out why that. If it doesn't work, I have to work out why. Nothing much I can control really, because it's all linked through Twitch. So.
Well, I hope everyone's still having a chuckle at home.
Oh, laugh away.
I feel good and warm and happy inside. I don't know about you guys.
Klingons have two, and we only have one. Just adding the lengths together.
Hurry up.
Oh, that one
magically
doesn't make me
superior
really
in
sad.
every way. Hey, audience folks.
Yay!
There we go.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Auto and John.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Oh no, hang on. There we go.
Fucking going back to dick jokes.
Stick with what you know.
Swarf!
Right what you know.
Someone
Another
loves you
round
cold.
of What the Dub is coming at you.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Oh.
Thanks.
enter your dub.
You got a while on this one. You got length on this one.
Oh, do we?
Oh yes. Auto is well out in front. He sure is. He really is. Those that know him well know he is well out in front.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, mind you, while I'm waiting, I can buy some subs for people. I'll do it after the show.
Oh, bunch of slowpokes.
There's a lot of rows to fill,
got room. It's going to be, if you write something short, there's going to be a lot of blank Taurus going. You ever seen that film? What was it? Not Kung Fu Hustle, Kung Pao.
Yeah, it's all the dubbed, like Japanese.
I dare someone just to go. Wee, 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 wee.
Neelix Space and the Leola Roots do it again.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Mitchell is still rolling 12. The new events stopped coming 3 years ago, and Balak is still in the gauntlet.
Oh,
Thanks.
yeah,
That might be right.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
That's one for Mitchell.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Your Dreamwalker variant sucked so much that Otto's rant went on far longer than Worf's twin dongs.
Thanks.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
Worf.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Janeway's still not returning your calls. Seven is trying to create a collective out of the Roombas, and Harry won't stop trying to learn the sax.
Thanks.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
Oh yeah.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Someone misplaced my toolkit. Tubix somehow came back. Oh, and I had to take cheese to sickbay again.
Always the cheese.
Thanks.
I love it.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
Humor me.
All right, let's see.
Tom still isn't cutting it in the bedroom, and 23 engineers were needed to clean up that mess you made in Holodeck 2.
Thanks.
Crude.
This won't be much of a briefing. There's nothing new to report.
I would never do a crude
Humor me.
thing like that.
All right, let's see.
I walked in on you asleep, Chakotay, and you were shouting, I love you Automaton_2000, and I'm going to stick you with my Dreamwalker spear so hard.
Thanks.
Vote now.
Oh, amazing. Oh my god.
DM me after the show, whoever wrote this.
Oh, I can't. I think I
These are all really good.
These are really good.
Fuck. The thanks at the end is
that was
perfect.
I love
It's
that.
so good.
You always have to end it with something.
Yeah, you gotta have a good ender.
Hey. Let's see. That's the first Gary Mitchell joke of the evening.
Not the last, I suspect.
I think I've got something like 130 odd clips in here. We'll add more. I've got
It's a pretty decent collection.
Too many for the movies at the moment, but we'll get more.
I devote for the phrase twin dongs.
Fucking hell, Otto, you're leading.
You take the egg, baby.
Thanks, audience.
Winner.
I voted for that one. Oh, piss you up.
Ooh, we got like a nice mix of stuff here.
Oh, poor RC Linus.
Aw.
Sorry, Racing Linus.
I appreciate the cheese and sickbay gag. It always works.
Have you been in a fight, Mr. Wolf? No, sir. It is the Gorge. Gorge?
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
Shut a little one. I wish you were playing Cairo. I would have voted for that. Hi, Shia. No, Shia, you're just in time.
No, we're going to have more than one round here.
Oh, yeah,
I might
yeah.
drop out so that maybe someone else can have a go. And
Yeah, Shia, you can come in next time.
Actually, I kind of like it with, like, 4 people, maybe. It goes a little quicker.
Good idea.
Okay.
But it's hard to get the code to only 4 people.
Mm-hmm. We can try that. We can work it out. Or just say, Shy and whoever.
First come, first serve.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least if I sit out, I don't have to laugh extra hard at my own lines, you know? Pretend like it's not me.
I might tag in next. I'm missing the...
Hey, if you want, you can do my spot.
Okay. We'll see. We'll get around to this one first.
Yeah.
Self-laughing. I like it on the Apollo.
Maybe whoever wins has to jump out.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
Have you been in a fight, Mr. Wolf? No, sir. It is the Gorge. The Gorge.
Puberty, sir. He's growing his second penis, too.
For fuck's sake.
One.
Have you
I
been
bet
in a
there'll be
fight,
another
Mr.
one.
Wolf? No, sir. It is the Gorge. The Gorge.
He ran into stars at a convention. Security had to jump in. There's a restraining order now.
Not me
It
for
was a
once.
whole thing.
I didn't throw myself under the bus once. Thank you, whoever was that. I appreciate you keeping the gag going.
No, sir. It is the Gorge. The Gorge.
It's a young Balik. It'll sprout soon.
What the fuck?
Have you been in a fight, Mr. Wolf? No, sir. It is the Gorge. The Gorge.
Splashback from the Twin Doms, sir.
Oh. All right.
Oh.
Have you been in a fight, Mr. Wolf?
2.
No, sir. It is the Gorge. The Gorge.
That's what they call twin doms in the
3.
Showdown language.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
We're an evolved species.
No, sir. It is the Gorge. Gorge.
Alright, let's see if we can get 4.
Mitchell's Voyage School.
Everyone's a critic.
You know what?
That was a good
Alright,
one.
I can't. Yeah.
Oh, I wish I'd voted for...
Normally I would have voted for the one that threw me under the bus, but I have to stop this. That's good.
I'm loving it.
It's like a really good behold when you have all these good answers. You're like, ooh, I want to take all of them.
Oh.
Wait, why... Idle, why are you voting in chat?
I am. Because...
Yeah, why?
Why? I can't vote here. I can't vote on the game. I don't have the
Oh,
option.
you're
It's out
not
of my
playing.
hands.
I thought you were in. Sorry. I just assumed you were in because it's always the 3 of us. Okay. Alright.
I said
Alright,
I'm
you
out
do your
because
vote.
I made the clips. I've been making these jokes in my head for like weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're on a roll.
Okay, wow. Thanks, Auto. Stealing my gags now, are you? Thank you, Cole.
Ooh,
See,
yeah.
I'll see like this. You're right in my heart.
Cool.
Grab your
is a
martini
gap.
glass. Next up is the final round.
Man, if only Cole got Ram points very first and behold.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
Okay.
There's another Wharf one. Dick jokes.
Yeah.
Guys, refrain from making dick jokes. This will be original. Come on. And now Auto's thinking everyone else won't be making dick jokes. I'll make the more dick jokes and take all the score. I mean, Insurrection is a gold mine for this kind of stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, it is.
I got so many clips from Insurrection. And when Worf's happy, he gets 2 Insurrections.
Yeah.
Okay. Someone wishes they were in the game.
Next round.
Alright.
Yeah, I'm interested. Short and sweet, short and sweet.
What have we got going on in the chat? We got any good ones?
There's a few. Oh, actually, no, this was First Contact. This wasn't Insurrection. This is First Contact, isn't it?
Yeah, it's First Contact, yeah.
So you remember how to fire phasers?
Tough little ship. Little.
That's before.
There we go.
I've got 3.
Okay, not a wolf dick joke. I'll allow it.
I heard a rumor that you took a restraining order against the stars. Oh, I guess the rumor was true. Sorry, too soon. Too soon. Mitchell sucks also.
We're getting all the best, all the greatest.
All the
hits,
meta
I guess.
references in it once.
Hey, if you're not busy, can you get me a Ractogino?
That one was, yeah, no, that.
I had Deanna for like 6 seasons before you.
Wow.
Deanna got sick of the twin dongs and came crawling back to MW.
MW.
Alright, we are banning twing dong references from now on.
The code for the tactical station is up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, then star. Got it?
Time to play.
Dude, this was a really good final round.
This is a good one. Oh, my word. Oh, I don't know what to vote for.
It's a good round.
Alright, well done, everyone.
I'll go for that. Oh, very good.
By the way, while we're doing this, chat, what do you guys think about a dedicated stream, maybe on a weekend or something, of just What the Dub for like 2 hours? Is that something you'd tune into, or you like it in shorter segments?
Time's running out.
We'll see. Racing Mars likes it.
Dude, number one caught me off guard with the I've got 3.
That's so good. Oh.
Oh
no!
Kid, you're slicker than
Yeah,
Stout.
yeah, that was really good. Oh, 7,000!
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. Walk there. Yeah!
Oh, wow. Okay, I think I sold it for stars.
How does the score work?
I have no idea.
I think it escalates as the game goes along.
Hey!
My first win,
As a
I'm pretty
butcher's
sure.
dog, kid. Way to go.
I could replace all these
like
clips as
others. Yeah, you can. No, this is good.
well. Yeah, no, this is fine. All right. Let's get some new players in here.
Well, I call this one a
Stars,
success.
I think you're in
Let's
control.
give it
Can
up
you
for the
click new
winner.
players, please? Oh no, I can do
New
it.
players.
I can do it. Hang on, let me.
Okay, you can do it,
Okay,
yeah.
right. Let me
Everyone
hide
head to
the stream. Let's go to
playwtd.com
let's
and
not go
enter
there.
your room code.
Let me hang on.
So I won, I will drop out, and that means I can vote in chat.
Yeah,
So
right.
that means you guys can.
Let me get the room code to Shire. Shire, if you're still there, do you want to join? I'll send you the code individually because I think you said you wanted to come in. Anyone else that hasn't been in? Let me go NX. Didn't say those last words, did I? Nearly said the code out loud there. There we go. I've just sent you the code, Shire. You go in here, and then I will put in the subs for people to join. If there's not enough subs, then keep an eye on. Hang on, Auto. I think you want to play as well, don't you? Oh, let me get my iPad up. I'm coming in this. I'm coming in this way.
All right, let's do it.
Hang on. Let's get my iPad out. Hang on. Right. There we go. Right, there we go. I should be coming in. Oh. No, did I spell it wrong? Oh.
Professionalism.
There we go. Right. That's me in. Oh, where'd Chai go? There he is. Okay, subs. I'm gonna pop it in your chat now. If I can find it. There you go. Pop in subs. If
In the
anyone else-
meantime, still no event news.
Still no event news. What's going on?
Double checking.
I don't get it.
Okay, there we go. Dam's in. There we go.
Content train don't stop.
Content train don't stop. Right, let me share my screen again. Grant access. There we go. Right. Oops, wrong window. Cool. What do you reckon? Do it with these four? Anyone else through the subs want to come? It's in there now. If you guys want to jump in.
And maybe subs and then one with just everyone that's not us for a change.
Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll do this one round for us in the subs, and then free for all for anyone who wants to go in that isn't us. Anyone else for subs?
Do you have a complete list of the subs, just so we know how many we actually have?
We got a fair few. There's a fair few active at the moment.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
Cole,
10,
get in
11,
here, come on.
12, 13, 14.
Cole, your jokes were good last time around. Don't be discouraged. I bombed a good few rounds on my first go as well.
And double dong jokes are banned for the rest of the evening.
Yes, no more double dong wars. To be fair, Worf is an excellent heel in this. All right, let's. I'll put up to the room. Well, one sec. Oh, Cole's coming. There we go. We'll do Cold and then I'll do. That'll do.
They're not
Roy
banned,
Cook actually
but
has to work. Boring.
they're not banned, but they got to be good double dong jokes. You know.
Event notes just went up. Hang on. Or did they? Oh no, they didn't. No, they didn't. That's the old event notes. Thank you, Roy Kirk. Right, let's go.
It's still Mitchell, damn it.
Welcome to What the Dub.
Yes, we know this. We know how to play. There we go. Right. Thank you for your okay.
Round 1.
It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
Okay.
Thanks.
No time to waste. Enter your dub now.
Not my finest word. Yes. 2 dong jokes in the chat, please.
Yeah, no, that's a dong-friendly zone.
Yeah.
Freely exchanging Joe's voice. Yeah, no, it's a fair point, actually.
Customary on Earth to get rid of
Come
the most
on.
annoying guy. I love it. That's a good one.
Evans of Wales, that's good.
Yeah, no, Evans is really good. Yeah.
I hope someone did a COVID joke in here somewhere.
Hang on, let's have him shy. Let me send a message. Oh no, there we go. He's in down the stage. There we go. You okay there, Shy? Oh, there we go. We got it.
He's just working on his
thinking,
rant.
thinking.
Don't worry about
It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
We typically just commit diplomatic faux pas, punch Andorians, and a little light genocide, but I can tell we're no match for you, Captain Archer.
Thanks.
All right.
It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
Can I have some hand sanitizer?
Thanks. It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
Well, it's customary on our planet to greet others with
come
double dong
on.
shakes, but apparently
Yeah,
that's frowned
there we
upon
go.
amongst your people.
Low-hanging
so, nice
fruit.
hair.
Just like the stuff behind
Thanks.
the double dongs.
It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
And when does the captain get here? Mine's a rack of Dehner.
Thanks. It's customary on Earth to greet someone with a handshake.
And it's customary for me to say how nice your voyage rolls look.
That's nice. I like that. That was understated.
Vote or don't.
Actually kept it to the
choice
theme of
is yours.
timelines.
Yeah.
Oh shit, my thing just disconnected. Fuck. I can't vote. I think I may have accidentally. Oh, there we go. No, I'm in.
It's a strong selection, to be fair.
It's a good selection.
The ones that end with like a Saints are just the best.
I think very few of them I ended with just the text. There's always a little something after.
You're almost out of time.
It really works. Yeah.
Oh damn, where are you?
I think you voted in chat and not in.
Yeah, damn, you need to vote in the app. Oh, thank you,
Slick
audience.
here lands a big tickle and clinches the round.
Oh, there you go.
And I can confirm Dan did not vote for himself, so.
Very nice.
Quiet on set. Another round is coming up.
Alright, this is gonna be an interesting one. Oh.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
Sorry, shouldn't laugh at your own jokes. I like yours, Chads. Genos, come on. I like your stars. Very nice.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah, I thought that was a pretty funny one.
I like thoughtful gestures. Yours is brilliant.
You know what? Evans is I quite like. I quite like Evans's. I can't imagine what I just had to do for a rapid.
Hey, let's go. I'm excited.
I finally have a top 10 Voyager.
Okay, yeah, that's very good.
I didn't bring my trombone this time.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
Is that a Gort?
Well, it's the first time for everything.
I've got 3.
Well, it's the first time for everything.
Ben popped in the chat and wasn't just trying to hype some disappointing news.
Nice.
What
Very
did you
nice.
like best?
Oh, that's harsh. Oh, I feel bad inside.
Very nice. Remember, Dan, you can vote in the app. Hang on. Someone's sending me messages. No.
It's Ben asking if you're enjoying Mitchell.
Oh, there we go. He
You
worked.
guys enjoying Lieutenant Commander Mitchell?
You guys like terrible physicians?
You're almost out of time.
Alright, let's see how this shakes out.
Flip the script on that.
Auto! You're so hard!
Go for the easy points.
Easy?
Yeah.
Well done, Cold. I really like that
Got
one.
blacklisted.
Me and Damn struck out.
I voted for Cold's one. I appreciate it.
Round 3.
But Majesty, I have brought prisoners.
More Earthlings.
No.
Enter your dub.
And yet again, this song is going to be stuck in my head for all time.
It's fine. You'll survive. Just have to like put something else into your head, and then I'll chase the other one out.
Thoughtful Jester, you need to get on this. You've got some good lines. Get on the next round. I'll put the code out. Be hot on that.
Yeah, I want to see the free for all. I bet you that one's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, then I don't have to be stressed trying to think of something clever every time. I can just enjoy it.
Oh yeah.
Just do a triple dong joke.
But Majesty, I have brought prisoners.
More Earthlings.
No.
People so hopelessly addicted to a game that they've started a podcast for it.
Touche.
It's a stream, not a
I have brought
podcast.
prisoners.
That fucking auto said that.
More Earthlings.
No.
Viewers of Timeline's Talks who were promised what the dub, but not until the third hour.
But Majesty,
What
I
about
have brought
second
prisoners.
More Earthlings.
No.
A Mitchell and Dehner event.
But Majesty, I have brought prisoners.
More Earthlings.
No.
But we're sure they are designed for something, maybe Gauntlet?
But Majesty, I have brought prisoners.
More Earthlings.
No.
2021 Voyagers that will never be missed.
Vote for your favorite dub.
I like how he thinks about it at the end.
Yeah, no, and it fits perfectly with what the dub aesthetic as well.
Oh yeah, the Captain Proton stuff I had to get in.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I gotta give you that one. Doody-doo.
Doody-doody-doody-doo. Howdy do. Kind of sexy in a howdy doody way.
Alright, Ray Robinson.
Thank you.
Wow. You're just too much.
Yeah, I don't like this thing where the viewers pick on us. It's supposed to go one direction, alright?
He's allowed to.
Oh, there you go.
He comes on and does one rant, and he thinks he can do whatever he wants. I'm not here for it.
I want this one.
Oh.
No double dong jokes, damn it.
None.
Don't.
I'm sure, but I have decided I want this.
Oh
No
no.
double dong jokes.
Worf.
Show him you're not just a pretty face. Enter your dub.
Can you resist the bait? Can you?
So easy.
Yeah, it's only gonna be double dong jokes. Only.
No.
He's got a gorge and everything.
Damn it, how'd you spell it? don't know if my spelling's right on that, but we'll see.
You know what, Kyra? I'm going to give you points. I always appreciate answers that are grammatically correct. And that's a good one as well.
Okay, Walt, you should be playing this round.
Okay, Jen, that's a really good one as well. Why is everyone so much funnier than that? This is why they should be playing this game.
Next round.
They should be so hopelessly addicted to a game that they start a podcast for it. Come on, join us in the hole. You get, nothing. No cost, actually.
I want this one.
I don't think I have time. I have to explain to Alexander about Tiny Dagger, Gorches, and the dishonorable Ferengi.
I'm sure.
Ferengi.
I'm sure, but I have decided I want this Lieutenant Worf. I want this one.
What?
Are you sure? He's not the man he once was since his dong reduction surgery.
I'm sure, but I have decided I want this Lieutenant Worf. I want this one.
Yes, I have 3 already. I was told to always take the fuse.
Oh, okay.
I'm sure.
I thought that was good.
I'm sure, but I have decided I want
Alright,
this
alright.
Lieutenant Worf. I want this one.
He is worthy. He has Maybelline.
I'm sure, but I have decided I want this Lieutenant Worf. I want this one.
Are you sure? He comes with a lot of cross-cultural baggage and is in a middle love triangle with this bearded one
None
over
of this
here.
is incorrect.
Plus daddy issues.
I'm sure.
Wait, he's talking.
I'm sure,
He's saying
but I
this
have
about
decided I
himself?
want this
No, it's Picard
Lieutenant
saying it.
Worf.
Oh, okay.
Vote now, or forever hold your
Oh shit, my
peace.
screen went off. Damn it.
Does this happen every time?
Oh, it's because I don't look down at it. Ooh. Yeah, I could go for that one. I got confused. I made the clip and I forgot it was saying the line. Oh man, I think 5 has got this. Jesus.
I think 5 is going to win this by a landslide.
Time's running out.
Yeah, they'll get like 13,000 points and win the whole thing.
Yeah, Picard is talking, yeah.
Okay, I thought it was Worf.
No.
Alright.
Poignant and
God
funny.
damn it,
Jesus.
Eli.
Gift.
Let someone else have a try. Fuck.
Holy
Yeah,
shit.
nah.
I like dams.
Dams is clever. Dams is definitely the most clever.
Grab your martini glass.
Here we go.
Next up is the final round.
You have to win everything in order to get past try.
Not for me. But you better take this.
Why?
Give it your best shot and enter your dub.
Nice one, Janos. I like that.
Cyrus Roadblock.
Yeah, big goodbye fits the aesthetic well as well.
Yeah, no, it's like, if it were black or white, it'd be only perfect. You're in Texas now, here's your free gun.
Nice.
Is that a problem?
Not for me. But you better take this.
Why?
Just in case the guy who made Gary Mitchell's voyage stats shows up again.
Is that a problem?
Not for me. But you better take this.
Serious expression on their face.
Why?
Phasers don't work after the Borg remodulate their shields, and why am I the only person on the show WHO knows this?
Yeah, no, the look on her face saying that line perfect.
But you better take this.
When are we getting her in the big Goliath collection?
Oh, yeah.
Why?
If you see a gorge, you have 3 minutes before it becomes a double dong joke. Shoot first.
Well done.
Is that a problem?
Not for me. But you better take this.
Why?
To fend off against all frozen beagles.
If only it was so easy.
Not for me. But you better take this.
Why?
You've just taken a job in WRG quality assurance and customer relations. Trust me, you'll need it.
Everyone's a critic, including you. Time to vote.
We've got a nice spread here. I appreciate this.
Let's see what chat's going. Oh, chat's pretty spread.
Cold apparently lost connection.
Oh shit.
Okay. Already.
Reload your app. See if that with the same code. I think the code was.
He's gonna vote in the chat
Well,
so
it's
that
the
it
last
still
round,
counts.
so-
Oh, that's true. Yeah, it doesn't matter, does it?
Yeah, he's gonna vote in chat so hopefully it still counted. All right, I'll calm down.
You're assertive.
Yeah.
Yowza.
Shy. What the fuck, man? Let everyone else have a chance. Okay,
mind you.
Also, well done. I'll give you that.
That's a good one.
And here's our winner.
Oh, I wonder who it could be.
Right, I'm gonna take a quick wee. I'll be back and then we'll start the final round.
Winner.
Alright, I need to see how absurd the point lead is, because that's gotta be nuts.
I don't think it shows it, does it?
I think it does at the end.
Okay.
Looks like
Yeah,
we've
here you
reached
go.
the end of the proverbial road. Let's take a look at the score.
23,000 points!
Ugly woman number 2, cranky meteorologist. Actually, that does kind of fit Idle, cranky meteorologist.
Cold is sometimes a shocked woman when he
Alright,
sees
so I
his
think
own
it's-
person beholds.
I think it's viewers only minus Shy as the last winner.
Yes, Shy, be honest, you can't jump in. Once Idol comes back.
It could be days.
It's like my placement in the last event, reverse. Oh, Shy. Try and compete in Mitchell's event. I'm sure so few people want him that you'll probably do well.
It's been 6 hours. Let's see if the event is up.
Doubt it.
I'm back. Right, new players.
Welcome back.
Right, I'll put the code on the screen.
Friends, head to
Free for all. AAWP, get in
Enter
it.
your room code.
We shall be abstaining.
I abstain.
Kaishan. Okay, we got Janice. Janice, of course you're in it. I'm excited for this. Smoxon. Cairo. Yeah, Garrett.
Cairo, nice.
Cairo,
we've got a
you'll be
nice
the-
mix here.
Yeah, Cairo, you'll be the one to decide when the game starts. So just wait to see if 3 more people come in. I had to take a break to see what I've done. Anyone else? Any more? 3 more people? Come on. Can be anyone.
I bet it's still not live in the hub, so.
Each more shales. Each more than once. So called Oh Hi Idol. Shales? Shales? What shales? Yeah, thank you, Walt. That's great. 3 more people?
Yeah, no, you picked some really good clips here.
What's a gorge? Sieta, you need to go watch Insurrection. Ask me to start camp. Yeah, you're in command. Yeah, sorry, Roy. Yeah, it is the weird time of day. It is a Klingon. It is a Gorge, sir.
Oh, that's hardly noticeable.
Two more in. Subs if you want to come back in, or Shy if you want to come back in. Mind you, that'd be a bit unfair. Evans.
Pepperoni! God,
Ah, it's not on the screen.
Pepperoni
Hang on.
pizza with Caperian olives right now.
Oh no, it is on the screen. Sorry, it's in the corner. Ooh, what do you reckon?
No one else want to jump in? Come on, guys.
Come on, let's do it. AAWP. If not, I'll jump in. Me and Stars. Do you want to go in Stars in?
Let's give it like until Auto comes back.
Yeah, all right.
And then
we'll get there. Where's he gone anyway?
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Racing's in.
I'll get the thing up ready. Yeah, here we go. Thank you. Because like we want to see you guys. We want to see.
Yeah.
You
No,
guys
Racing,
are always the funniest part of the show every time.
Where'd you go, Racing? Oh, there he is. One more.
Come on, one more. Come on, guys. He's in, then he's out, then he shakes it all about. You know.
All right. Stars, you want to jump in?
All right, I'll jump in.
Oh, is she?
Let me get the
sorry,
code.
Racing. I never knew. There you go.
What's the code, Idle?
Sorry, it is AAWP.
AAWP.
There we go. Right.
All right.
There we go. Kara started. Oof, just in time.
Welcome to What the
Hit and skip
Dub.
instructions
The
as well.
rules are simple. Each round, a video will play.
Hey, nice one.
Okay.
So many dubs, so little time. Let's get into it.
Data, what's the last thing that you remember? From the mission.
What are you waiting for? Enter your dub.
By the way, thank you, Idle, for how many hours did it take to put these all?
Because I had to write all the subtitles as
Approximately.
well and time them all to where they were at. It was an investment,
boy.
but it was fun. It was fun. I really enjoyed doing it, to be fair.
Okay.
It was good fun. Because I was in my head, I'm just chuckling at all the little jokes and mentions. At one point, I was even rolling a dice to pick the episodes. So some clips you'll see all from the same episode. So I think Night in the Dixon Hill episode, and I think there's some from Encounter at Farpoint, and there's a few TOS ones in there. Oh, Genos, I thought you left because you were in at start, but then you went. Don't know what happened.
I'm waiting for Garrett to blow us all out the water because
I
he's
know.
consistently the funniest guy in all the Discords I'm ever in.
And the Trek references are undeniably his.
And the Simpsons ones. He's also the master of Simpsons references.
See, I thought you can't really do What the Dub Simpsons because it already is too funny. Like that would be.
Yeah, you can't come up with anything funnier.
Yeah.
It's, yeah, it doesn't work.
Here we go.
Data, what's the last thing that you remember?
There was an old Mitchell card, and an old Kahless card, and two.
From the mission. Data, what's the last thing that you remember?
Tasha was pretty memorable.
Oh boy.
From the mission. Data, what's the last thing that you remember?
When I woke up in a nightgown with my best voyage ring.
That was pretty good.
Data, what's the last thing that you remember?
I woke up in an alley without my head.
Oh, love that.
From the
Time
mission.
Tower reference.
Data, what's the last thing that you remember?
I seem to recall Tasha telling me to open up the kit and attach something that vibrates.
From the mission.
Fucking hell.
Keep it clean.
Data,
What was the
what's
threshold?
last thing that you remember?
Being number one Voyager.
From the mission.
No, never.
Which dub did you
Okay,
like
okay.
best? Vote now.
Oh, what should I do? What should I do? I think 3 has my vote.
You know what I have to say? We like 2 dick jokes at 6, lowest ratio by far.
I think it's the only round we haven't.
Wait. Did you say 2 dick jokes or 2 dick jokes?
Both is good.
It's the first round we haven't had a 2 dong joke, so there you go.
Yeah. Alright. Damn. Oh, I appreciate the reference.
1 word.
Really?
Wow.
Okay, nice. Well done.
one.
Very good.
That was a good one.
Round 2.
Investment and instruction, sir.
No time to
Dude,
waste.
Code of Honor clips.
Oh yes. Oh yes. I got a few from there. You shall have no peace treaty, no medicine, and missing audio. Yeah. The downside was
Waltz is the best. I'm sorry. That's really good.
Oh, that's pretty good. I'm rewatching Stargate SG-1, and I got to the episode that exactly the same plot as that, written by the same writer, and I skipped that one as well.
Don't blame you. I don't know what. Like, hey, let me copy your homework. All right, change it so it looks slightly different.
I've got this great idea. They did it about 10 years ago. Everyone loves it. Everyone keeps talking about it.
Emmy award winning.
Shut up, it's not Threshold. Oh, come on, Smoke. You can do it. It's on the tip of your tongue.
Time's running out.
Hey, Idle, where can you link your Twitch account to Discord?
It's in the Discord settings, under integrations.
Investment and instruction, sir.
Remember to take that off before you see data. I need him fully functional.
Data.
That's where Ben
Investment
gets
and
it
instruction,
from.
sir.
Don't get too close to that oily blob. People will prank call it later on.
Oh, spoilers for Lower Decks.
Investment and instruction, sir.
Pointy thing bad. Also, you may want to call your agent.
Investment and instruction, sir.
You have to finish before this episode is removed from all streaming platforms.
Starting strong
Investment
here.
and instruction, sir.
Think of your proficiency rolls.
I like
These are all good.
That's really good.
Investment and instruction, sir.
Your finest moment will be how bad you were nerfed.
Oh,
These are good. These are good.
Vote.
Oh my word! I can't do.
I have a
Is yours.
spot for people who try to work in the game for their answers.
Wow.
Yeah, always appreciate them.
No, I think I know what I want. Oh my word! Well done, guys. They're all amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I knew that the lightning random round would be the best. I knew it.
Oh yeah. I wonder if I can change this music and if I can mod this music out as well, because it's doing my head in now.
No, I don't mind it.
It's okay, but
Change it to
It
the
can't all be
Klingon,
motion picture music.
the Klingon battle music.
Yeah, I like the proficiency roll, the joke.
Yes.
Yeah.
there you go.
Way to go.
Stolen.
Pitched it by that much.
Where were you last night?
Oh.
I decided to turn in early.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show? That bad?
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
Subtle, Eric. It's very subtle. How you doing, podcast listeners? Are you still with us, or have you moved on? Sitting in the car going, what the fuck's going on? Go listen to Dungeons and Daddies. That's a better podcast.
Well, it helps that it's an actual podcast.
It is good, yeah. It's a very good podcast. Okay.
Where were you last night?
I decided to turn in early.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
Phlox wouldn't stop running the decon room tapes over and over again.
I bet he has them too, that creeper.
Where were you last night?
I decided to turn in early.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
A Timelines Talks episode without stars.
All right, Stars wrote that.
Where were
one.
you last night?
I decided to turn in early.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
Tribbles evoke feelings of affection.
There's a callback.
I decided to turn in early.
You didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
The captain's best variant wage score.
That bad?
Where were you last night?
I decided to turn in early.
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
Something where a laughing Vulcan goes to the capital of galactic peace and then they search for God.
That bad?
That's a good movie.
Where were you last night?
I decided to
He's
turn
your
in
brother,
early.
brother?
Well, you didn't miss much.
What'd they show?
A cooking show with some alien called Neelix looked awful.
That bad?
Vote for your favorite dub.
I'm sorry, that is the perfect amount of time for me to have forgotten about Tribbles evoke feelings of affection. It just all came back.
With like a phase of precision. That's
Yeah, that's
incredible.
the right amount of time for that to be funny again.
But we're supposed to wait and say that at the end of the timer so we don't influence
Oh,
anyone.
no,
you know?
true, but
I was tempted to just go with old Timelines Talks episodes, but I thought someone else would do it.
I'm intrigued with which one was yours.
It's
I
the
think
Stars
Lars
one. What do
liked
you think?
No, you'll be surprised. You'll
Oh,
like
what?
this.
You're almost out of time.
All right. Thank you, Smock.
Smock's the biggest fan.
You flipped the script.
Yeah, there's Garrett.
Oh, no, sorry.
Oh, that's a lot of points.
Oh, okay, there you go.
I did the decon room.
Yeah, the later rounds get more points. It's quite clear in here.
Yeah.
Round 4.
No.
All right.
The challenge is unequivocally refused.
Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
Two code of honor pledge in the same fucking ground.
By the way, these are all randomized.
Oh
so-
yeah, they're random. This is so brilliant.
What the hell?
2 Code of Honor clips in one go. Brilliant. I was hoping this one would come up.
That's what she said.
Yay! Twice.
Breaking news. Still no event update.
Fuck's sake, what are they doing over there?
Breaking news, there is no news.
They forgot to put in a 5-star, didn't they? It's like, oh yeah, shit, it's September the 22nd. We ought to announce something. very excited for someone to put in. You shall have no event notes.
The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
And no fling in Sherwood Forest with Bob.
No.
That one's gonna hurt.
The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
And no HD remasters of DS9 or Voyager.
No.
There's a villain.
The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
And you will all have to wear face masks for the rest of the visit.
No. The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
You can't go maskless in the Fairpoint Station Market.
Fairpoint? How did I get Fairpoint?
No.
I don't know. It's weird.
The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
No better Chakotay or Mitchell Park.
Oh.
Low blow.
Now I hate him.
The challenge is unequivocally refused. Then you shall have no treaty, no vaccine.
And you are here walking around shaking hands.
What did you think was the best?
Oh my word, these are really good.
And Cairo and Shannon came up with a better one. No event update. I like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's pretty strong.
Oh my word. Oh, this is so good. Of course it goes to COVID with that. It was the vaccine. It just triggers everyone. Oh, I'm so glad that came up. I'm so glad that one did.
The idea that we got two, like, wow.
Yeah.
How many Code of Honor clips do you have in there?
I think about 3 or 4. It's quite a good episode to clip from. Do you know what? God bless the website Chakotay. Chakotay. It's so good just going through the scripts and just finding the clips. Brilliant.
And you must take my first wife with you.
Yeah.
Kid, you're slicker than snot on a doorknob. I score!
Very good, very good.
Wow, it's going to be a tight one.
This is anyone's game.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you.
Stars, how could you?
I knew it would get people's skin. This could be anyone's game.
Yeah,
Next up is the final round.
Roll down to the final round.
Come on, just say the rhyme.
Alma, then 3 more. Alma rain, if you can see. Alma rain, you come with me.
Dude, you only pick quality episodes.
Oh, yeah.
Time to shake the world, kid. Enter your dub.
Only the best
It's a long
episodes.
one.
A little bit of a
That's
long
a long
one,
one.
so please insert your favourite lyrics. Oh wow!
I actually enjoy more not being part of it because I don't have to.
Yeah, it's anticipated.
It's after midnight. I don't have to have a brain fart. You know?
Yeah, that's true. It's true. I just like being surprised. I'm quite intrigued. Cool. This is stumping some people. Everyone's just googling Taylor Swift lyrics.
What?
Oh, Garrick, 12 seconds, 10 seconds.
Quick, enter your dub.
He's just like, he's just doing his best Data impression right now.
Come on, come on.
Is it gonna make it?
No. Oh, he's out.
Oh. Well, family
Come on,
distraction.
just say the rhyme.
Alma Rain, then 3 more. Alma
All
Rain,
right.
if you can see. Alma Rain, you come with me.
1, 2, no joke here for you. 3, 4, no event update anymore. 5, 6, no game fix. 7, 8, it's getting late.
Oh, well done.
That's masterful. That's very good.
Very good.
Come on, just say the rhyme.
Alma Rain, then 3 more. Alma Rain, if you can see. Alma Rain, you come with me.
And I will see my dreams come alive at last. I will touch the sky, and they're not gonna hold me down no more. No, they're not gonna change my mind.
That's good.
God
Yeah,
damn it.
Garrick said his kid threw his
Come on,
phone
just say
away.
the rhyme.
Oh, damn it.
Alma Rain, if you
We
can
were robbed
see.
of gold.
Alma Rain, you come
We
with
were this
me.
close to
Have an
greatness.
event, then 3 more. Wait for honor to cite even more.
That's a good one.
That's pithy, and I like it.
Yeah. Kira's face is like, no, none of this.
Yep. I'm not here for it.
Come on, just say the rhyme.
Alma Rain, then 3 more. Alma Rain, if you can see. Alma Rain, you come with me.
Buying Pax Alamarain, spending cash Alamarian, foolish youth honor pulls Alamarain, feudal game Alamarain.
Futile game.
I'm sure no one's bitter out there, whoever wrote that one.
Come on, just say the rhyme.
Alma Rain, then 3 more. Alma Rain, if you can see.
Look on Bashir's
Alma Rain,
face.
you come with me.
Alamarain, my voyage scores can't count to 4. Alamarain, Mitchell rolls 3. Alamarain, dongs for me. Alamarain, God, why?
Time to place your vote, folks.
I like how everyone got really into it. Everyone wrote really involved ones. Okay, no.
Okay, I think that. Go with my heart will take me.
And you will touch the sky.
People should just start inputting random Enterprise theme lyrics, because it fits just about everything.
You're almost out of time.
Alright.
So we'll get the DMCA in the morning, and that's the end of Timelines Talks.
We went out with a blast.
It's
fine.
fair use, it's parody. Ooh, interesting.
That was a good one.
Yeah.
This top dog.
Cairo! The redemption arc.
Yeah, no, that's a DS9 style storyline come around.
That was a lot of points.
Thank
I
you,
have very
Garrick.
few stars.
I appreciate you, Isaac.
I have no clue who won this.
And the winner is.
I'm pretty sure it's Racing Liners.
Oh! Hey! There was a redemption! Hey!
The ultimate redemption.
Brilliant. Well done.
Excellent. Very good.
Oh, on that note.
Well done.
Well done, everyone. Alan Moraine, everyone.
Wait, I wanted to see the points.
Brains,
Oh.
brawn, good looks, and
A
hot.
lot. 11,000 for Cairo.
Thanks.
Sorry. That was great fun. We will do that again because I've got a wealth of clips to go through, so that was fun. So well done, Cairo. Absolute redemption.
Cairo, hang on. Cairo, this is for you.
You jewel, that's exactly what I hoped.
Once we got over the Wharf clips with the two dongs, we were there. I think that will do it for us. We will be back next week with Picard Loves Reds. Come on to the Discord. All that kind of stuff. You know the drill. Any last words for you, gentlemen? Because it's getting late. It's gone 11 for me.
We went a little bit long, but that's all right. We had a good time. I'm happy with that.
We had like 4 notes of things to do when we started the stream, and now it's 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow, was really that long? Jeez.
That's
We
the
thought it was
power
going to be a
of-
short one.
It's the power of
The
Mitchell,
power of
baby.
nerding out.
Oh, yes. That'll be all from us. We will see you next week. Keep an eye on the Discord for the show schedule.
Sleep well, dream of large chicotes. Thank you, Apollo.
And we will see you next week for Timelines Talks with Picard Loves Reds and some other stuff. So from me, from Auto, from Stars, ta-ra for now. Ta-ra.